Emotion, I put it the harder I rock. We're better than you. We're better than you and your son.
Well. Welcome to an episode of Juicy Affairs. That's right. It seems that Josh Taylor has some very hard feelings about Oscar Valdez, saying things like he should be banned for life. A bit harsh, but his opinion. Me, myself, I would suspend him for a year and strip him of his title, then offer him an opportunity to come back in clean and regain his title and not make the same mistakes, because stupid is supposed to hurt. But people are going to have their own opinions, including Mr. Canelo. And shout out to Counterpunch Boxing for the information. Canelo says that the undisputed junior welterweight champion is a pussy, and that Andre Ward is jealous of him. This is his opinion, and I'm curious to what you people feel about this. The people in the chat, and I'm your host, Sean Connery, for the moment, before 1-2 Kid finishes his coffee and gets started. I had a conversation with 1-2 Kid, and he feels that boxing itself is not dying, but the things he loved most about boxing are King of the Hill, cream of the crop. Divas seem to be growing in the boxing game, as well as PEDs. A lot of these people are on PEDs. They don't get caught because they don't enroll in VADA. They use other means to get by. They go to drugstores and pick up all types of random things at Rite Aid, hop in the ring and say, I was born ready. But what are your thoughts in the chat about this, about people? Let's open up the chat and drop the link for the team, the Truth Hurts crew. What's poppin'? We got Mr. Black Horseman in the building. Tony Barlett, salute to you, my friend. He was in the neighborhood and smelt something coming. Truth Hurts crew. The horseshit meter is always on tap. We have Barlett, and we have the Wolf, Mr. Ronald Finkley. Vada or nada, you're damn straight. Clean sport, why not? The boxing god is in the building. Salute to you, my friend. So let's drop this link and see if anybody wants to come up here, add to the flame, or bring some of their own. Oh, that's my video. That's not the link. My bad. I may have to back out for 1 second. Please bear with me. Guess who's back? The link has been dropped. So, like I said, if you want to bring some flame, you're more than welcome. If you have an opinion, you're more welcome to share it on the panel or in the chat. Either or. My bad promotions. This is a fact. People make mistakes, but we need to, they need to be punished for the mistakes being made. So that's what that's what I'm about. Proper punishment. If a man is doing dirt, he should be punished. Stupid should hurt. Otherwise, we're enabling the use of steroids on a regular basis. Nobody cares to share any opinions on such an ordeal. Seems that he's doing pretty well. Boxing God is doing his thing. Enough of this. Let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna put it like this, man. These guys are getting away with murder, basically, and it's not cool, man. It's nothing against Mexican fighters if that's the narrative y'all want to push. It's nothing against black fighters, white fighters. It's something against cheaters, man. These guys is out here cheating, and they maintaining their belts. They maintaining their, their status, um, and still allowed to fight. You got the WBC changing locations and sanctioning fights that I feel is just ridiculous. Going to Arizona to put on the show when it's clear as day that this man shouldn't even be fighting. What's going on, Black?
Hold on. Let me come back in, man. My sound messing up.
All right, cool. But yeah, man, and and I gotta say that this to me, you know, I haven't been pulling this thing out. I haven't been using it, but everybody knows what it is, so it's got to come out, y'all. We got to use it. We got to drop it, y'all.
Do you smell it? That smell. The kind of smell.
Instances of bullshit like this are on the rise.
Horse shit.
Shit, that's like killing some shit twice, man.
Some horse shit, man. This some horse shit, man. This dude gonna get away with doing this shit, and I ain't got nothing against Oscar Valdez, but I do have something against these actions in boxing. And if this is what he's gonna be doing, and he don't know what he's putting in his system, and his team don't know what he's putting in his system, then they got to have the proper punishment for doing so. Otherwise, if it's let go like that, then you're enabling everybody to do this shit and saying it's okay. You could always fight in Arizona. You know what I mean? That's not cool, man. And then for a sanctioning body to back it, it's horse shit as well. I want to pull out the horse shit meter twice, but I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how you feel about this, Black? I mean, we've been cooking on it for a minute, but damn.
I mean, the flame hasn't went away yet. It's an outrage, man. It's an outrage, but smell something cooking. I thought I'd come through for a few. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Well, go ahead.
no. But how I feel about it, man. You know how I feel about it. It's just it becomes a situation where the wealth over health, man. They looking at it like the show must go on, but you got a clear evidence that this guy got something in his body that's banned, and they kind of setting the tone, setting the precedence for other people to come in and possibly get away with it, man. Dudes can now cheat, keep their belts, and this is gonna be interesting to see the result of this fight. He better win. That's all I'm saying. After all of this, man.
Right, I hear you. Because without respect, if you get caught, take the rap like Big Baby. Yeah. That,
You
that,
got to do that once a kid. You got to actually just address it, own up to it. That would at least been not as bad on him to where like if he would at least just owned up to it, hey, I made a mistake, and going forward, I'm gonna correct my mistakes, something along those lines. Then it'll be a different reaction. But this dude just, um, I never done drug, never done PEDs. I've never done it. I want to thank Eddie Reynoso, top rank, Bob Arum. Like, what is this? Not no award show, bro.
yeah, man.
He's not
You know what you better think? You better thank Mauricio Suleiman. That's the
thanking
motherfucker
Mauricio.
who sanctioned this shit. That's the motherfucker who said it's all good. Clean boxing program. And I called this shit too. I said the way that they're set up with VADA is they're associated.
Hmm.
You understand? So they trying to be innocent by association. You know how somebody can be guilty by association? They're throwing VADA out there and saying, well, we have VADA in the clean boxing program, but we just don't listen to them and we don't give a fuck what they say, basically. You know what I'm
We don't
saying?
respect everything on their list, obviously.
Right. So they making their own rules. So what's the point? What's the point of even
Yeah.
putting them in front of it? I mean, and I flame all fighters of all nationalities, anybody who's cheating in the sport, that's making it harder for guys that are coming up with any type of self-respect and doing it the right way. And it's harder for them, and they risking their lives getting in there with these guys. And and like I said, this is the perfect sport to have this, and they're taking full advantage of it because fighters are a little bit crazy, man. So they like, you know what? I don't care if he's on it. I'm gonna whoop his ass anyway. And like you said, health over wealth. But that's not the mentality of some of these fighters. So they like, man, he need that, but I could beat him being healthy. That's not a smart move. But that's kind of what we want from fighters in other ways. But when it hurts them when this type of shit happens, and they're taking advantage of that warrior mentality. You know what I'm saying? The boxing game, the big fish. You know what I'm saying? The guys behind closed doors taking advantage of these warrior mentalities and putting these men at risk further than they're already putting themselves at risk. And I feel like that's fucked up. Like that's all the way fucked up. And they're doing these PEDs and shit because you guys are cool with it. But yet you saying you're gonna meat shield for a fighter, but when this dude becomes just a dead piece of meat, y'all gonna be like, oh, that's fucked up. Or are you? Or do you even give a fuck? You know what I'm saying? About these fighters that are putting on entertainment for you, but it's cool that they're pumping themselves up with all their shit and beating the dog piss out of people, damn near killing them. Like this, it's not cool, man. It's not cool at all. Ain't nothing cool about this shit. I want to joke about this shit because I like to put humor into a lot of shit, but the shit ain't funny. The shit ain't funny, man. And it then now everybody using this racist shit. You know what I'm saying? Pulling their narratives to cover this shit up, like it ain't real. Like all these dudes is doing this shit. I don't give a fuck what they look like. If they cheating, they cheating, man. Just be honest about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And if this dude really wants to, if Oscar Valdez, like you said, if Oscar Valdez and the chat, if he feels that it was a mistake, he should just say, look, man, it was a mistake by my team or myself. I did this. Let's move on from this. I'm willing to take the punishment that y'all willing to give me. But then they didn't even really give him a punishment. They just, what did they suspend him for? A day? If that? Did they even suspend him? Did they do anything? This dude got a
No.
slap on the wrist and was like, hey, don't do that now.
Mhm.
Now go fight for your championship. And
Now go to
I'm
Arizona.
gonna
Take your ass to Arizona now.
right. And we'll go around the corner to Arizona.
Hmm.
The only place that you can fight. We'll take care of that. Because yeah, you gotta have when boxing starts losing integrity, then what are we watching?
Circus.
Yeah, motherfucker circus, man. Motherfucker circus. But so I'm not feeling this shit at all. I'm really not. And I don't hate the dude. Like if a mistake was made, come and say it. Just say, yo, I fucked up. I mean, it's
Hey,
not
that's the
that
strange thing about it, because once a kid, like before this, him popping dirty, when have we ever said anything negative about Valdez? I don't even remember. Oh, other than I felt like he was avoiding Shakur Stevenson in the past, but other than that, we didn't even hardly spend no time on Valdez like that. We gave him mad props when he knocked out Burchell. Didn't even question PEDs, but until you pop dirty. You know what I'm saying? Then when you fail a test, then we gotta question everything. You see what
right.
I'm saying?
Why
So other
raise
than
the
that,
question? You
yeah.
see, why even raise the question? Why taint your legacy? Why taint everything that you've done in the past to now? Why taint anything that you might do in the future? Why put that tag of possible cheater upon yourself? And
Mm,
why not just take responsibility? Say this is what it is. The WBC do what they're supposed to do and say, look, man, we got to strip you. You know what I'm saying? A year
yeah.
off. And then the reason I say a year, and I've heard some other content creators say this as well. So shout out to all those guys out there saying this shit. A 6-month suspension is a training camp. And it's true.
That's that's true.
So if I suspend this dude for 6 months and he's scheduled to fight on a day after that 6 months, it's cool. So he can
Right.
train for 6 months, possibly be back on this shit. And what's the point? At least a year. And if you have a title, be stripped of a title. Or even if you don't have a title, you should be dropped in the ranks. You know what I'm saying? You should be dropped in the ranks.
Yeah,
Because
something.
I seen a guy lose a commentating job for being on steroids. Okay,
Oh shit, yeah, Tarver.
yeah. Yo, he lost his. Oh, we can't have this motherfucker around here. And I hate to say it,
That's something, bro.
that
Damn.
motherfucker
Let's
was
run it
nice.
up.
He was a great commentator. Yeah,
Ain't
yeah.
that
I
something?
think the guy needs to use his jab. This is Antonio Tarver. Yeah, hey, yeah. I was like, I enjoyed this dude. He talked about it. He broke the fights down. He's an outspoken dude. All right. He got caught on this. I'm not cool with that shit. But what is he doing on steroids that can hurt anybody in a commentating job? Like,
And
what does
commentating.
that have to do with that? I mean, the fight, yeah, suspended from that, but completely from boxing. Okay, if that's what you're gonna do, but this dude, nothing, nothing. Keep your title.
Nothing.
Go ahead, get in there, punch this dude in the head.
And
Do whatever
anybody
you
that got
want.
criticism, anybody that got criticism for him, oh, you racist.
You, sir, are a racist. Yeah, I
You
mean,
racist.
I
Criticize
don't
this.
agree with that either, and I feel like there probably there's Spanish folks, Mexicans out there, in particularly that I'm pretty sure ain't cool with this shit. You know what
Right,
I'm
right.
saying? But I would like to see they channels popping up. I want to hear what they got to say because
Or
this
here's the other one. You're jealous. So some either you're racist or you're jealous of them or something like that. I guess
uh,
some people are jealous of
I don't see what that's all about. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not sure how you could be jealous of a culture, a color. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. It's just like be happy with who you are and respect those around you. That's it. Give what you expect, and that's it. Goes. That's as far as it goes, man. Nothing more,
them.
nothing less. If you want to stick to your own, hey, that's your business. Do what you want to do. But when you sitting out here just capping, like,
Yeah.
nah, man, y'all just hating and you just hating on these dudes because they Mexican. It's like, not at all. One of my favorite fighters, my favorite Mexican fighter, man, is Michael Carbajal. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Real talk, one of my favorite fighters of all time. I love watching that guy. Was this guy the best champion that ever lived? No. I just like his entertaining fights. I like how he did it. I like Juan Manuel Marquez. I like Julius
mm,
Cesar Chavez. I could go down the line. I like plenty of Canelo's performances. But
right.
the shit that's tainted, he put that on himself. You know what I'm saying? He put that on himself. So he got to deal with that backlash because he did that. That's basically walking around with a wet foot because you stepped in a mud puddle. But you learn so you don't step in it again. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
So
hopefully it comes around.
So let me ask you that, because like somebody can make a mistake in the past and then they correct it. Like say Canelo, right? He's doing body testing. As far as I'm concerned, right now he's a clean athlete, right? But what's your thoughts on somebody who's currently a clean athlete who made a mistake in the past, actually protecting a guy who's dirty? See what I'm saying? It's like somebody who's the face of boxing. He's out here protecting this dude. This dude is getting the free pass, and there's statements out there that says Canelo told him, "I know you're a clean fighter. Don't worry about it." Basically saying that Vada is wrong and you're a clean athlete. So I guess there's an agenda versus Valdez, and I guess Canelo's camp. It's what he's trying to make it seem like, because Vada just did their job. It was an adverse finding. He failed his A and B sample, but you got the face of boxing standing behind this. So strange, man.
I
Strange.
don't know,
So
man. Maybe it's too much loyalty. You
to a
know
fault.
where shit comes to a certain point where you got to be like, you would think that Canelo be like, look, man, you did this shit. This is shit. This should be how you deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's his boy. He feel like he got to represent for the dude at a point, but at the same time, it's like you tarnishing your name, stepping in front of this dude at the same time, because I get it, it's your people's, but how far do your loyalties go when
Yeah,
when it's bad for the sport, when
yeah,
it can add tarnish to your name? You know what I'm saying? Like when so if I'm dirty just from dealing with you, you know what I'm saying, and it's bringing up all the shit that I've done in the past. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not really getting on Canelo about the shit, because he about to fight for undisputed.
hmm
But when people was like, well, in Reynoso's camp, you know what I mean? That's their opinion. That's how they feel about it. That's cool. You know what I mean? It's some of it is a fact. Some of them are facts, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with someone about some shit like that. But what I'm looking at it as is, this is fresh. This is happening as we speak. This dude is gonna be fighting, defending his WBC championship,
hmm
and popped
He just
twice.
hot.
A and
Yeah,
B. A
he
and
keep
B.
it up.
And what's funny is, if they taken these samples, right, probably within a few days or a month or a couple weeks, the shit that was found in the system isn't something that stays in your system for more than a,
A week or two.
a short amount of time. So unless they did it close, real close, this shit, he's been on this shit most of the camp,
Can't
right?
can't
And it's,
enter me, bruh.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Which is like a mild form of dope, crack. You know what I mean? Because it does the same thing that that drug will do. What's the symptoms of a crackhead? They're skinny as all hell, right? They don't keep fat on their body, right? They're in fight or flight mode constantly. They're paranoid as shit, right? And they don't eat. They don't eat because they in fight or flight mode. This is a mild form of that shit. So that's why these motherfuckers can't uh they don't put on weight when they use this shit. They're in fight or flight mode. The last thing on your mind when you're in danger is eating a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this dude was taking, and he don't know how it got in the system, and nobody can tell me yet, unless somebody got some proof of it. Then hey, man, whatever, I'm cool with that. Like, but of this shit being in any type of food, any type of tea, any type of anything, that you could get this shit like without a prescription, because under what I looked into, this shit is an acute toxic that you shouldn't even be touching. You can't have nothing around this shit. I don't, and the more I look into this shit, UGC, the more I'm like, how are they even, selling this shit and giving this shit to people? Like, the more drugs that I'm looking into, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this shit is just like, I don't know, man. I don't know how they even
Man,
selling
the
this
world.
shit legally.
Yeah, man. Weaponized, bro.
Yeah.
Weaponized fight. nowadays, man.
This,
TC, would you say this shit, that Terminator shit the other day you was
oh
talking about?
yeah, I was talking about that fighter. I said he looked like T-1000.
That's what these fighters turning into, damn near, man.
Yeah, man, they gonna be bleeding, man. They gonna be bleeding transmission fluid and shit. Like this, that shit's pink. That shit's purple. That motherfucker gets transmission fluid, man.
You remember how they said they beat the brakes out? They gonna be talking about that shit literally. Like, you beat brake fluid out that man.
Facts, man. Like this motherfucking coolant leaking,
Oh,
man.
let me order something real quick. Hold up.
Yeah, these motherfuckers, yeah, man. So I mean, yeah, but it's true, man. Like I wouldn't doubt it, man. As much shit as these motherfuckers is putting in it, they gonna fuck around and start modifying and fucking evolving into other fucking type of beings, man. I mean, it's unnatural. It's an unnatural state, and it shouldn't be allowed in any way, shape, or form. And one of the things is it's not a masking agent, but it can be used as a masking agent is also because it pops false negatives. So it'll pop a false negative for an amphetamine that will benefit you, like a clenbuterol, or I don't know if clenbuterol is one, but something similar to it. You know, that's on the list of what it pops for. It pops for amphetamine. So if I'm taking a one that will benefit me, and I'm taking this shit, then they're gonna take the phentamine and put that in front of this because it pops the false negative. I mean the false positive. You understand what I'm trying to say? So
Yeah.
I could be taking three things and be on this shit. So it's not a masking agent, it's like a masking agent. You know what I'm saying?
All right. The mask for the mask.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like, you know, and why do you have this in your system? Like, please, just enlighten us of how this shit happened, because maybe there is an excuse for it. Maybe something did happen. Maybe it was by accident. But the people need to know, because you putting your credit on the line, like you put in your legacy on the line right here. You the WBC champ. Like, let the people know, man. Reach out to them and let them know, yo, I made a mistake. Blah blah blah. Blah. I'm willing to take the punishment. The WBC,
Yeah.
they not trying to police these dudes. They like, yo,
Right. Like,
man.
these fighters gonna have to like stand on something because Mauricio don't stand on shit. Like, shout out to Red. Fuck all Mauricio. 'Cause Mauricio don't stand on nothing but green. Just dollar bills. That's it. That's all he care about. But I mean, for Valdez's reputation, his future, for long term, this would be the best thing to do if he just owns up to, like, look, man, I can't take it like this. I can't defend a title like this. You know what I'm saying? Let me take my the consequences so I can get back and do it correctly. Like, Benavidez is okay with me. He had to take his discipline, man, and now he's in position to try to get back. So you
Hey,
gotta
yo,
do it like
Black,
that.
you hold it down for 1 second.
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
Uh,
I'm ordering something anyway, but yeah, I got you. But yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like, if Valdez would have owned up to it, it'd been a better look on him, better look on the Hispanic community, his fan base, and we won't lose respect for him. But I lost a lot of respect for him. Dude, look at the cameraman and there you go. Still gonna tell in the camera, I never done PEDs. I never done it. Wanna shut up, ready no so. Top rank, Bobby Magic, Arizona. You know, you gotta shout out Arizona. No, I don't need it. Appreciate it. Have a good one. So, what's all said and done, man, he's not gonna be able to escape that, man. Internet is undefeated. So he can let Mauricio and them, like, the arrogance of them to just be like, you know what? Hey, I'm Mauricio, we the WBC, we do what we want. You know, right? You show right, you do what you want. But guess what? We're gonna talk about it. Guess what? The real one's gonna actually speak up on it. You're gonna get hella headlines. And it's like, why you want to get headlines for the dumb shit, for the wrong stuff? Like, that
yeah, yeah.
is that called pride? Like, is that the kind of pride they want, or do you want to have pride for doing the right shit? You know, now that belt that we talk about 1, 2 kids, it's not even have the same prestige no more because y'all take pride in doing the fucked up stuff.
Right. And what's fucked up about it is here's this man, he fighting for undisputed. And it's like this ain't a good look, man, for the camp. It ain't a
Undisputed.
good look for him out here saying what he's saying. I mean, he entitled to his opinion and all, you know what I'm saying?
But
But at the
he
same
at the
time,
top, right? As a
yeah,
face of boxing, you expect the face of boxing to either.
set an
I mean, if you're
example.
gonna say, yeah, set an example. If you're gonna say something, let it be the right thing to say. You know what I mean? Like, but to say like, oh, whatever, man, he just jealous or this person is this like people got an agenda out for our Valdez. Like, come on, man. Nobody's saying he ain't no nice kid. Like they and I hate that they using this thing. You know, he's a nice kid. I believe him. I believe him when he says he never took anything. Well, vital tests determine that shit is a lie. That is a lie. That man failed A and B. And y'all went to at least first or second grade, so y'all know how to do your ABCs. So when you fail the A and B, hey man, we're gonna have to have a conversation about that. You know what I'm saying? And
It's
deal
a
with the
fact,
reality of
man. It you know, I see a couple I see a couple channels out there saying, these guys, a lot of weirdos out here saying that, self-righteous weirdos out here saying that PEDs are bad and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, really? Damn. And they doing it for clicks to be different. And it's like, really?
it.
That makes zero fucking sense. It makes zero sense for the sport. Why are you repping this shit? Like, you doing it for clicks, motherfucker. Like shit,
Right.
man. I don't get it, man. And these ain't popular opinions, and it's fine. But eventually these opinions are gonna be popular because people
Yeah.
gonna get tired of the bullshit, man.
Yep. And that's how fire start, man. It only take one spark to get a whole fucking wildfire out here, man. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, man, it's like I don't think that Reynoso camp can afford any more people in that camp to pop. Do you think? Want to kid? Can they afford
Absolutely.
anybody else to come up in that camp and pop? Catch
Absolutely
Reynoso.
not, man, because it's raising too many questions, man. It's raising too many questions. You got, hey, it make you question certain things. Guys could be putting in work, guys like Ruiz, but it's like, is he?
That
Damn, he
man
looks
legs
awfully,
all skinny
yeah,
and
yeah.
ripped
He
now.
he
Man,
look awfully damn good all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? And so now you attaching that shit. That's what I mean by tacking them doubts onto something shit that don't even need to be there. You know what I mean? If he was in my camp, I'd be like, man, what the fuck is you doing? You know what I'm saying?
and
Like, what the fuck?
Reynoso said the same thing that Canelo said, like jealous. People jealous just
Well,
for thinking that you got some dirty fighters coming out of there. You know,
yeah, man. It's
like
like, look,
instead of just addressing it head on, like no, we don't have dirty fighters. Is just address it intellectually. This dude's like, ah, shut up, man. You guys are jealous. What the fuck?
right, man. I mean, you gotta hold yourself accountable. Number one, and number two, it's good to be, you know what I mean, set an example and say, look, this isn't what it is. This ain't what you should be doing, man. Like, what was you doing? What the fuck was you eating? Like, what the fuck is wrong with what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't know, man. I ain't did nothing. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm
Hey, you know what?
saying?
And I remember like because people talk a lot of shit about Snack too. But I remember when Willie Monroe popped, Victor Conte was like, nope, that was some shit he did on his own. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't protect when they pop over there. They don't protect them guys. They like, look, man, you shouldn't have done that shit. Should have done stuck to the stimulus and all the stuff we had for you for Snack. You did that other stuff outside of us. But Cam Reynoso, they gonna be like, nah, he's clean. He's a nice guy. We
but
know
when
he's
a
clean.
but when a sanctioning body is using a loophole, like Haplo said, you know what I'm saying? When a sanctioning body is saying, nah, man, the fight's gonna go on, you know what I mean? Then there's no point. There's no point for putting yourself in harm's way for a banned substance. I mean, being caught with a banned substance, and then saying, but it's all good though. It's all good. So the rule makers are changing the rules as they go along, or this rule ain't suitable for my sanctioning body. So you know what I mean? Just
Hey, these fighters, man. And sorry to interrupt you, but I was thinking like these fighters gonna have to put something in the contract. Like, look, if you fail a VADA test, man, I get a certain percentage penalty. Like, you know what I mean? Like they should get penalized for that, man. And a certain amount of their purse should go to the opponent, and then they can move on and do what they need to do. Because some of them, I don't think had no situations like that to where they gotta take the fight just to get paid.
right, and there should be some sort of punishment for the fucking fight, like because I mean, fuck, man, like these dudes is still gonna fight, and it should be, damn, man, you fuck, it should be fucking up the money. To be honest with you, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? They should be like, yo, now I'll put it like this: if someone pops dirty, the opponent should have 2 to 3 months to reschedule the fight and the dude come back clean or whatever it may be, right? If the suspension if the suspension don't go through, it should be postponed until you know you fighting a clean fighter. You know what I mean?
yeah.
If the
That
fight does
it
go
should be
through,
more time.
if they decide to fight in Arizona, what have you, but but the dude should
If
be
they get back.
suspended right off the bat for about a year. Number one, so none of this shit makes sense to me. None of it. Like it's like the
They,
dude should be suspended. 6 month suspension is not long enough for a fighter who only fights probably every 6 months anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how fighters is fighting now. They not fighting every 2 3 months like they used to. They fighting. They gotta do the promotion. They gotta do this, and some of them gotta cycle. You know what I'm saying? But it's true, man. People don't want to talk about it, but these motherfuckers is out here cycling, man. And I'm not talking about fucking bikes. You know what I mean? And these motherfuckers is
hell
doing
nah.
that shit, and then they, okay, we'll do it this time. You got this amount of time to do the fight, whatever. Why else would you be doing that? You know, it just raises too many questions. If you're gonna fight every 6 months, fight every 6 months, man. If you're gonna fight every 3 years, Gary Russell, you know what I'm saying? Fight every 3 years. But we need to see these guys actually get in there and be clean, man. Like make it a fair sport, man. If you really feel you could beat this guy and you the better
That
guy,
asking too much though,
nobody.
bro. That asking too much, man, for a clean
Nah,
sport.
man. If you
Seem
could
like
beat
it.
the guy, don't you want to beat him on a even playing field? You know, if you the A side, you get to pick the gloves. Probably you get to pick the venue. You get to come in
Right.
last. You get to pick the date. You get to pick all this shit. But now you're gonna be like, nah. Also, I'm gonna be on steroids. And if you want a fair shot, you should be on steroids too. What the fuck? What the fuck? You should fuck your liver and kidneys up too. Like you ain't taking enough risk getting in the ring and getting punched all over the fucking place. Fighting another man who trains all day to punch you. Like that ain't enough. Now this dude gotta be super fast. He got a cheat code. You know what I mean? He got the up, down, down, left, right, AB code. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Invincibility code, determination code. But damn, it's good for television, right? Well, is it
That's all
good when
it's
that
really
one of
about.
them
Yeah,
motherfuckers don't leave the ring? Then what is it? Then what
told
is
you,
it?
man. It's gonna be. I said before. It's gonna have to take somebody on who got a big name, high caliber fighter to get murked in there, man. For people to be
Yeah,
like, you know what? We need a clean sport, man. People dying in here. People dying in the ring. When
yeah,
knowing
man.
people been getting murked in there, but it's gonna have to take somebody who got a big fan base to get murked. Unfortunately.
And then and I, me myself, I was like, yo, I watched the Tyson Fury Wilder fight, the second fight, and I was like, fifth round, I was like, yo, this shit, this is not a boxing match. This is just a one-sided beating. I was like,
This
they need to
is a
stop this
murder. This
shit.
is a murder scene.
Yo, I was like, they need to stop this shit. Not because I dislike. I had Wilder winning that fight. Like I thought he was gonna win that fight prior to the fight happening. But I'm like, yo, this is not cool. Like it got to
Hell
the point
nah.
where it
What,
was like, this shit
bruh?
ain't even fun. I'm like, yo, why don't they stop this shit? And then you got dudes saying, oh, you gonna watch this cheating dude and you don't care about people's health. I'm like, you the same dude who said should have let him go out on his shield. You mean on a stretcher in a casket?
Stretch, right?
Like, are you
Flowers,
fucking kidding me,
copy.
man? Like you cool with that shit? Like this ain't the Roman Empire, man. We ain't put motherfuckers in there with
Hell
lions and
yeah,
shit.
it's not act.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, man? It's like,
Sparta.
yeah, it's like, nah, man, have faith, man. You know, Daniel in the lion's den. Like, fuck that shit.
They was hoping for that one punch, man. I'm like, bro, this is not the night for it, dog. Damn.
Yeah,
Take a
it
loss
wasn't,
and
man.
bounce back.
And don't get me wrong, like he was still fighting. You know, Wilder was still trying to fight, but it was for nothing. It was for nothing, and it was only going to get worse. You could see that the pattern was just going.
Every round was getting worse and worse.
Yeah,
It was getting
it
bloodier
was
and
like,
bloodier.
yo, stop the fucking fight. And you know, okay, he got his chance for redemption. Good for him. But why am I not watching the fight? Because both of these dudes ducked undisputed. That's why.
Right.
That's why I'm not watching it. And
Exactly.
oh well, you'll fight him if he fights AJ. I'll watch either one of the fighters fight AJ because they on that big champ shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like fuck, man.
Both of them was Cap, Fury, and Wilder. They both didn't keep the same energy, man. Misled the real boxing fans to believe that they was on some big champ shit, and
We
just
got a
wasn't
guy
that,
in here. His name is Say Yes to Drugs.
Holler, if you hear me.
It's a
RG.
Steiner brother. Look at that
It's
shit.
funny.
Yo, that bicep is screaming PEDs. It's like, look at me.
When I was a kid and I would watch wrestling, my dad, when Scott Steiner first started, because you know when it was him and his brother, he was way different. When he came out like this, he's like his bicep looked like he got a pear on it. Like like this dude is on some shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But you know what? Those guys, you know, that's a dangerous sport as well. But let's just keep it 100. Like, they not really looking to hurt one another in there. You know, they can get hurt, but they're such good athletes that they're literally looking like they hurting each other, but they not even really, they not trying to hurt each other. You're going to get hurt. You get thrown around, but these dudes are training to hurt you. Like do bodily harm to you. So these motherfuckers is on some different shit. Like if it's on steroids in the WWE, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do. But look at the results of the guys who have done it, and look at them now. Look at Lex Luger and all them guys. Dude in the wheelchair, can't use his knees, liver all fucked up.
So why is Tony on here talking about this?
What?
Tony.
What are you talking about?
I see that big ass muscle.
You have
you know, Tony's coming up. I'm coming on, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna be right back. I just realized what time it is. I just gotta sign in.
You see what happens when I come on? Tony goes away.
Oh no, this is RGM.
Right, no, he's talking about the picture.
I'm just kidding, bro.
I'll be right back. Like,
he's trolling Red and Tony at the same time.
Yeah, man. Oh, look like we lost Black as well. But yeah, so man, how you feel about the whole situation, man?
Bro, this shit is fucking stupid, man. This is such a loophole. It's like how did Donald Trump get away with not paying taxes for his whole life? That's what this is right here. You got a guy who gets popped by the very testing agency that he picked, and then they give him an excuse because WADA doesn't have that on their ban list. Give me a fucking break, bro.
Retarded, bro.
WADA. When's the last time they
You
caught
see,
anybody?
even the fake Tony runs away when I come.
But he's back.
And then he returns with the bicep
But he's back.
flex.
You know.
Yeah. I didn't realize what time it was, and I have to use
Yesterday
the
he
app on
came
my
on the
phone
channel
to
with
start knowing.
Flint Master Flex.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's PED week. It's not fight week. It's PED week. You know, they letting this dude.
Hey, what's the matter of fact? They need to make a holiday out of this shit, man.
He said water is a loophole. Yo, Hat, man. Are these past comments or are you typing right now?
No, bro. You're looking at comments I typed. That's why I jumped on because you weren't reading the comments.
The homie Jalik be doing shit like that. He'll be on panel and be typing in the comments. What you doing? Just say this shit on panel, dog.
Be
Why
a little
you
easier.
Sometimes I try not to jump on because I don't want to be too overbearing, but I gotta say what I gotta say.
Do you?
Black, real quick, Black. It's funny that you say that because I remember Jalik used, because I'm not subbed to him no more. But I remember when I used to be subbed to him, he would be talking on the panel by himself, and he would be typing shit in.
See, I don't know how to do that.
That shit be cracking me up.
I can't even type something in the comments while I'm on the panel. Like it's one or the other for me.
Or it's because he's using a computer.
He be doing both. I be like, damn, he be asking the chat a question like, Virgin
that means
who you got? But be on panel. I be like, damn, we got talking to the chat.
That means he's on like 2 or 3 different devices at the same time. Because I cannot. If I try to type in the chat right now, bro, it's gonna boot me out the fucking panel.
Yo, I'll tell you what. Yo, I remember D Jeff used to be on like 2-3 lives at once, texting at the same time, dropping comments, and then falling asleep.
Oh man.
Yo, I'd be like, yo, D Jeff is definitely one of the hardest working channels out there. This motherfucker would be like, oh, my bad, I was on another live. Why you on your live? And be like all over the place. I'm like, damn, man, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give up. Yeah, just that motherfucker was all over the place at once.
Be on StreamYard, Zoom, and a whole nother live
multitasking. You think he arguing with you, and you be like, man, I ain't even say that shit. He was like, nah, I'm arguing with this other dude.
Hey, I remember one time Iron Cone came on a live stream, and I guess he had another live he was doing, and he forgot to mute. And the next thing you know, I heard his voice change up. He got it like in real serious teacher lecture mode. It was like, and such and such and such. I was like, what the? Like, Iron Cone, you right? He's like, oh, my bad. I'm doing a lecture. I forgot to mute. Like, oh, so yeah, man. Sometimes people be doing like multi streaming, man.
Yeah, shout out to Iron Kong, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this fucking oh shit.
Shout out to Kong. Y'all ain't sub, go ahead.
That's a fire edit, bro. Yeah, that's one of my favorite channels, Iron Cone, man. Real dude, man. And be honest with you, I think Iron Cone be holding back a lot. He be holding back a lot. But yeah. Shout out to the islands, man. I think it's
so. What do you?
Yeah, same kid likes to pretend he's a casual just to fuck with people, and then he'll just smoke your ass when you're not at least expecting it. He's like, oh, he's a casual. All right, so I'm gonna start talking shit, and then he'll come with some fucking hardcore shit.
Do y'all think the Crawford and Porter fight gonna happen? I see it got pushed back.
Again, no. Like
they said they coming close to reaching the deal, so they pushed back the purse bid.
I'm 70% no. That's how I feel. It's a strong chance it won't happen, man. I have never seen so much postponement, and just ridiculous, man.
Good morning, everybody. How come
Dang.
Oscar Valdez don't get punished? But if I was to do it, they punish me.
Yeah. I had a question for
Oh
the
my
international.
God! Look at that bicep.
That's why I thought Tony was on here. That's why I jumped on.
No, but here's the thing.
Yeah, man, that shit is ridiculous. That shit is ridiculous, man.
That's Tony's favorite saying. Here's the thing.
Whenever you don't do steroids, you're not gonna have a muscle like that.
However,
Actual can sound just like
Oh my God, man. Good stuff, man. Yeah, I don't know where Tony is today. He probably working out, right? Working.
He's probably pissed right now. I'm just messing with you, Tony. Don't beat me up.
hey, real quick, man. Because I seen this fucking weirdo with my fucking government in the chat. Like, I think it was on another channel. I'm like, who the fuck is this fucking Angel Santos? That's not me. I mean, everybody got that name, but damn, man, it's like shit. I got fucking stalkers and shit, man. Damn, I made it.
Yeah,
I made it.
they be big funny on YouTube, man. They be big funny, big time weirdos, man.
Yeah, man.
I
But if
tell
you
you,
see everybody in the chat, if you see fucking Angel Santos in the fucking chat, that is not me. I'm not using my fucking full government like that anymore. It's actual facts. That's it. That's my YouTube monitor. That's it.
Dude, man, it's like, yo, if you're gonna hound someone like that, man, just come out the closet, say what you are. Don't just cut the shit, man, because I had that shit too. Motherfuckers talking about my kids and all this shit, stalking me. I'm like, damn, man.
They're giving you guys a compliment, but at the same time, that shit is wrong.
That shit is weird, man.
Because what they're trying to do is intimidate people by pretending they're you.
Well, if they know where I'm at, then they can come see me. How about that?
No, they want to. They don't want to come see you. They want to be you online.
To intimidate others.
Well, then they could pay some of my bills. Shit, fuck the bullshit.
Nah, they're not trying to pay your bills. They're trying to add on to your bills and steal your identity and shit, man. These motherfuckers that fucking come out with some shit. They get your fucking email and all this shit. Yeah, next thing you know, you got like your fucking junk email bombarded with like fucking offers and shit. Like, what the fuck? I ain't signed up for this shit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
that's what
man.
they do, man. It's fucking criminals. Yeah, it's okay because they're getting watched anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, and I got a pretty good idea of who it is. So, you know what I mean? They under surveillance. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I don't got friends in the high places. You know what I'm saying? Because I do. So you could do whatever you think you could. Real quick, whatever you think that you think you're gonna do. Guess fucking what, motherfucker? Motherfuckers are snitching on your stupid ass and people get paid a lot of money to snitch. You call it what the fuck you want. Hey, you're gonna be sitting in fucking federal prison, and I'm not, stupid bitch. So keep doing what you're doing with the fucking identity stealing this shit and pretending to be somebody else. Keep it up.
They're gonna be the federal Hilton.
You play stupid games, you win stupid rewards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, man.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful in this community because people are petty, and like I know of people that like I know somebody who had kids. They had 2 twins not that long ago, and they were like, "Don't tell anybody because you got these weirdos in the community that go looking for information and stuff." And then I know actual facts, he's dealt with that himself too. So like, you got to be careful out here in this community because like there's just a lot of weird people.
Yeah, man,
too many people can't take an ass whooping. And they like I'm guilty of this. I be fucking with way too many people, bro. Like I'm just bodying people left and right, and like, bro, I know some of these people are trying to figure out who I really am, and I should probably chill on that.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, it's the it's the internet. We do certain shit. We play sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But when you're doing shit like that, if you're trying to intimidate somebody, if that's what you're attempting to do, don't be surprised if you get your fucking DDT for real. I DDT motherfuckers. You know what I'm
Don't be
saying?
See,
surprised if
What
but
did I
see,
DDT?
see, 1, 2. I'm not trying to like
You go
really hurt
DDT
nobody.
somebody, man.
I'm not trying to
nah,
really hurt
you ain't even
nobody.
do that.
It's just bodying them so bad that they're embarrassed online, and then they want to get back at you. You know.
Nah, I don't give a fuck
But I
about
Well,
mean,
you
that
my,
know,
shit.
a
my
lot
thing
of
is,
dumb niggas, a lot of dumb people gotta fight because they're not intelligent enough to, you know what I mean,
my
to
thing is,
spar with you intelligently. So a lot of times when you bodying them half low, now they feel like, all right, whatever, man, I'll fight your ass. Let's go to the streets.
nah,
Yeah,
fuck
but then it
that.
goes to
Dude,
then
I
it
got
goes
my
to
life
another level.
threatened the other night, bro. My literal life, like I got like a fucking fatwa on my ass, bro.
But I'm just saying, man, if it ever come to that, man, I could get Ronald Finkley. You know what I'm saying? I could get Ronald Finkley on your ass. I'll Ronald Finkley you. You know what I'm saying?
Border
Like,
wars.
It wasn't
yeah,
Ronald.
border wars.
We
No, I know.
cool.
I'm not saying it's Ronald. I'm just saying Ronald was like, oh fuck that. I just do this shit. Whatever. Boom, boom. I'm just saying, man. Like, if they talking like that and they looking like it's intimidation, I'm like, man, if that's what you want to
Literally
do,
death
that's it.
threats
That, yeah, but I
for
mean, if
for
you
Hey, yeah,
fucking
bodying their
go that
ass.
far, man,
And they
like
can
what
do
the
that. You know what? They could do that, but they don't be surprised when after you do that, you slip on a fucking banana peel and find yourself in a fucking manhole up in a fucking state
real
prison.
shit.
And then
Put
you can
that in,
fucking
yo.
then you can fucking troll whoever the fuck you want in there, and y'all can fucking bang it out. Either fucking knuckle up or fucking raise it or shake it up, shiv it up. That's how you gonna fucking play games. Because you play stupid games, you're gonna win them stupid prizes just like that. And you
yeah,
can do a
exactly.
fucking prison belt. You know what I'm saying? You can do all the fucking boxing you want in there for free.
You know
Yeah,
what it is? You
facts.
know what it is? Actual, I bodied too many people because this COVID shit had me bored. So I just got to bodying motherfuckers, and now like everybody's mad at me for bodying their ass.
Yeah, bro. You used to be a lot more chill.
Nah, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be on here like this. You remember RGM? Like I was the cool, calm, collected motherfucker, but
Yeah.
I just got bored, bro. I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna body some people. So I started bodying motherfuckers. Now, like I got a fatwa on my head.
I'm just saying, if you're
Don't
gonna
let
go
the
that
Iron Sheik
far,
come out here. Don't let the Iron Sheik come out here and fucking talk about it.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna go that far down a trail, man, if you're gonna go that far down a trail, don't be surprised if there's an ass whooping waiting for you when you get there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it wouldn't be the
Don't
first
act
time I got my
surprised
ass
and
whooped.
point the fingers and
But
say,
you know what? You know,
"No, not you." I'm saying, like, if you're gonna
someone might
spar
whip
like
my
that,
ass, but you know what? They're gonna take their lumps.
yeah.
You know what you tell them, Hat? You tell them, you can whoop my ass if you want to, but that ain't gonna unbody you from the debate
And not only that, you might whip my ass, but you ain't coming out unscathed, motherfucker.
Yeah, that too.
Like that was stupid, you know. But so y'all think that fight's gonna happen? You think we're gonna get Crawford and Porter? You know what I'm saying? Eventually.
Man,
Shit,
hey
what did
man,
Black say? 70-30 against?
yeah, 70% chance it won't happen.
But shout out to the WBO for saying, "Yo, it's got to go down." You know,
You,
not like the
hey, you,
WBC saying, "Oh no, it's going down, no matter what."
no matter what.
No matter
Yeah, I
what you
mean,
taking, shit.
we can't say that WBO ain't ordering good fights. You know what I mean? It's good fights that they ordering, but these fighters declining the shit out of them. You know, from with Crawford holding that strap.
I can't hear BHP. I'm gonna jump out and jump back in.
I mean,
Oh, am I breaking up?
it's a fight that everybody is
No,
looking forward
we
to.
can hear you. I think it's just
I can hear you.
Oh,
It's a fight that people are looking forward to. It's a fight that'll solidify the welterweight division. It's a fight that'll solidify Bud Crawford. It's a fight that will continue to solidify Sean Porter, and vice versa. So I mean, I think it's a great fight, and I think it should happen, and I think it's good for boxing. So and I think it's good for boxing that WBO is forcing this shit.
hmm
Yeah,
You
but
know,
Putting these fighters
so
to blast.
apparently it's Bud's side holding up the negotiations, which probably it's more than likely it's PBC and company trying to give Sean Porter the lion's share of the purse, which I mean, maybe it should be 50-50 down the line, but
You mean the Lions share? You mean over the champ?
yeah. You know how they do over there in PBC, man. They try to give, do the 60-40 shit on their side, like they always the A side and shit, That's how they do. I mean, you already heard Colbert say it yesterday during his live or whatever with Shakur and stuff. That's how they do. That's how they operate over there.
What'd
With
he
Mr.
say?
Heyman and stuff. He said that we don't do that 50-50. We do 60-40. They try to get the fighters over there. They usually get the A side or get the lion's share of the purse. You know what I mean?
I like Chris Colbert, but win a world title first, man, before you start talking any numbers
Exactly.
world title, bro. Like, let's be real.
Shit, they're trying to make Gervonta A side over fucking Josh Taylor, who's undisputed, bro.
Yeah, shit is crazy.
I wish they would ask Josh Taylor about every fighter so we could hear what the undisputed champ got to say about him, man. Whatever he say, I'll listen to it. Be like, oh, Josh Taylor said, take a bitch. Okay, yeah, all right. Who's next? Ask him about somebody else. Shit. Entertainment. The undisputed. When you undisputed, talk your shit. Shout out to Scott.
Yeah, I like Josh Taylor, man. He's very straightforward, man. He don't pull no punches. You know what I'm saying? He give it to you straight the way you see it.
And it's his opinion. I thought that his opinion was a bit harsh, but it's his opinion. You know what I'm saying? And on Valdez, he said ban him for life.
Yeah, that's harsh.
I was like, well, that's
bro. That's what they used to do. That's what they used to do when you got popped back in the day. That I forget the heavyweight. It was a heavyweight contender back in the day. He got popped, and he spent time in jail. Like, the dude never fought again.
You mean he spent time in jail for
banned
fighting dirty?
A banned substance.
Are you kidding me? So now it went from these dudes doing time for popping dirty to they keep their belts.
Yep.
They get a bonus.
Exactly.
They get a bonus check.
And the trip to Arizona.
And a vacation to Arizona with the T.
God's country.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Arizona T. And I'm sure they're gonna be. Yeah, hey man, if you really a businessman, you better have that shit on your trunks because you the perfect promotion for it. You're talking about T. You're fighting in Arizona. Mm-hmm. Shit, Arizona T better jump all over that shit and like, yo, put me on the ring, put me on the trunks. Sponsoring that shit.
Look, bro, they're gonna do a new commercial. They're gonna be like Arizona IC with extra Fentermane.
The T of champs.
Oh, hey, real quick, I want to. I see that Victor Conti said boxing should be clear that both NFL and MLB consider amphetamines to be PEDs, and they are prohibited. Both leagues agree that amphetamines are PEDs. UFC chooses to ignore the science. Wonder why?
But water though, actual.
Yeah, shit is it's a gaggle fuck, man. It's a fucking mess, man. Shit is all over the place.
Yeah, when it comes to the NFL though, man, them dudes be injured. They just pump them motherfuckers full of fucking painkillers and throw them back out there.
I'm not gonna lie. I seen Ben Roethlisberger get fucked up in the game and come back. Like, what did y'all do in the back? Because they took that man to the back. He came back like 15 minutes later, running in. Like, bro, your
They
shit
gave
was
him
dead,
they
man.
gave him that Arizona with fentanyl, bro.
Bruh.
Fuck it.
That shit
Rubbing
was,
Vicks
they
on his
gave him a
chest.
shot of something.
Put some Vicks on it. He'll be all right.
Some Vicks.
Finish
Icy
the
hot.
game.
The Tussin, actual. They gave him the Tussin.
Tussin. It's a fact, man. Just rub some shit on them and then be like, get back out there. Get back in the game. See, but that's another thing, because fucking Floyd used to do that shit too, right? He used to use the fucking the shit in his hands all the time.
Who?
Floyd.
Floyd, yes, he did.
Yeah, what they call that shit?
He gave
yeah,
the cortisone injections in his hands,
Cortisone.
right?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Cortisone
I think
shot.
it was that.
Mm-hmm. Get in there and fight. You won't
Numb
feel
your
it
hands up
till
and
later.
shit. Yeah,
Yep.
3 years, 3 hours later after the fight.
I always turn that shit down. They're like, we're gonna give you this cortisone shot. I'm like, nah, they still try to give it to me. They'd have it right on the plate. Oh, so we're gonna give you. I'm like, man, I just said no 3 times, man. So what's wrong with me? Yeah, the motherfucking doctor kept trying to push the shit on me. I was like, what's wrong with me? He was like, well, we don't know till we do the MRI. I was like, well, then I don't want that shit in me because I won't know if I'm doing more damage to myself. Fuck is you doing? That's why you got pain, because it hurts. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You put that into shit. Now you got to dig into my shit and tear my shit up. I'm like, yeah, man, I don't like this shit. This some funky shit. But that's how some of these doctors be too, man. They'll prescribe you all types of bullshit. They just pushing.
Bro,
no different than the
that's the
they pretty
thing.
much-
You just said a mouthful, one, two, kid. These doctors out here, people forget the guy who fucking killed Michael Jackson was a doctor. And look, if he didn't do it, if he didn't give Michael what he wanted, there was like a line of doctors around the corner that would have given him the same shit anyway.
Yeah, they just throw a bunch of shit up on the wall and see what fucking sticks. That's about it, man.
Yeah. I was shocked. I was like, man, what the fuck? I had a doctor say my wife got an ailment, and we brought up the ailment to them, and the doctor was like, what's that? And I was like, well, we gotta go. I got up and left. I was like, let's head back to our hometown where they know what the fuck they doing, because these motherfuckers don't know what the fuck's going on. They're like, what's that? Oh, nah, man, I ain't educating you. How am I gonna ask you for a prescription for some shit and you don't even know what it is?
Just talking to Google it.
Yeah, I was gone. I don't know. I ain't fuck that shit. I was gone. I was like, I want to be here. These motherfuckers, you know, like exactly what actual facts said. We're gonna throw anything on the wall, see what sticks.
Hey,
like they playing
look.
a game.
The only pharmacist I trust is my street pharmacist. Okay, he knows what I need and want. I was in the hospital, in and out that bitch. I felt better. I'm like, I'm good. Get me out of here.
Yeah, that motherfucker got some bad shit. That's why he was in there.
Hey, is he out the hospital now?
I don't know. Iron Kong said rub some dirt on
Right,
it.
I'm out, baby.
That's what they
I'm
used
out.
to do.
I already
used to
did it
rub
live
dirt
with my
on it.
blankie. I did it live with my favorite blankie on, you know, so I'm out and I'm feeling better.
What was in that blanket?
I'll be back in that ring. You'll see me with my new Adonis body.
He looks like Adonis. He looks like Adonis. Look at how chiseled he is. He looks like a Greek god. I was like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? I was like, he was going in. Mike Tyson, I love him. Oh, he's fantastic. I was like, it's coming out. He coming out, y'all. I was like, shit.
Hey,
No
did
more
y'all see
hiding.
He's so
y'all see
veiny.
the clip of Donald Trump?
Nah, what happened, Black?
He said they asked him, they said would he ever get in the ring? He said he'll get in there with Joe Biden. He'll stop him in a few seconds. Y'all see the clip?
Oh man.
It was funny, man.
I gotta say, dude, hey, no, politics aside, I do think Donald Trump will whip Biden's ass.
Man.
He said it wouldn't even go but 3 seconds, bro. I was like, damn. It was during the Evander Holyfield press conference.
Especially if that shit is MMA, bro. Donald Trump is taking his ass to the ground, bro.
Yo, man,
I
I
mean,
don't
you can just
understand why people be taking sides. It's like, yo, you do realize these are our choices, right? A 3-year-old in the 70-year-old's body, a spoiled 3-year-old in the 70-year-old's body, and a dude who's senile. These are our choices.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I'm saying? Like,
hey,
Donald
look,
this
Trump.
let
is
me
the problem.
well, look, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, that the Donald Trump has to wait in line because the Iron Sheik has first dibs on the Biden because the Biden messed up the Afghanistan and the Afghanistan under the Taliban, and that's not fucking good. I don't like it when they catch the Biden. I break his back upon my knee, okay? The exit was bad, okay? It's embarrassing to the America, to the real Americans here, okay? That's right.
Those were our choices.
It is. Hey, he should get on Trailer, man. They need to get the Sheik on Trailer.
Yeah, man. Yo, they don't even want
I'm
Biden
pretty sure
talking.
the Sheik passed away a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but Sheik was the man. That motherfucker never turned it off. He was.
You said he passed away.
What are you talking about? I'm still alive. I'm still on Twitter and I tweet every day to go fuck yourself.
He's on a live stream right now.
Uh-oh. Don't
Not
tell me this is
not
another
that
case
Sheik.
of the ref.
The
I was
Sheik
talking
is
about
still
the other
alive.
Sheik.
Hey, I have my own Twitter handle. I do my own Twitter every day. I remind you, if you haven't done it yet, go fuck yourselves.
Repost.
Shout out to the Sheik. Them boots, though, man. Them shit used to get me all the time. I'm like, yo, them fucking boots, man.
Boots and mustache.
His boots matched his mustache. It's crazy.
Get
Man.
with you the West.
Pointed boots, man. He kicked dude in the face and shit, poke his eye out. Oh man, bad business. Bad business, man. But I hope that fight happens, man. I hope we see it. So it's Top Rank side that's holding it up, because I heard that they said that they were coming to an agreement. They were finalizing an agreement, but they holding up the purse bid because of that. But they better get it together, because it's a fight I would like to see. And shout out to the WBO for making it happen, or attempting to. Shit. No, not like they fighting in Arizona or anything.
Hey, I hope it happens too, bro. I've been wanting to see Terrence Crawford get a shot at somebody for a long time, but you know, I kind of feel like Crawford is the most ducked guy in boxing. Period. Like I know Andrade has been ducked.
Think so? It
I
might be
know
Crawford, huh?
Haney has been ducked, but I feel like Crawford has been the most ducked for the longest period of time.
Yeah. Consistently, man. Everybody. There's so many names, man. I stopped keeping track, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there ducking. You got guys ducking champions. Ducking champions, man.
Oh, we know who you're talking about. Don't let Kong come on here with the duck bill.
Yeah.
But JoJo.
Kong's always welcome. You know what I'm saying? He welcome with the duck bill.
He's coming with that Ryan duck bill though.
No, but speaking of Ryan,
I know you're talking about Ryan when you say someone ducking a champion. That just brings Ryan to mind.
Make them humble
immediately.
Make them humble. And I humble him. Yeah, he go all the way in, man. That dude Sheik was funny as shit.
Y'all boy Ryan ain't got nobody yet, man. God damn. The fuck is he doing, man? He ain't cycled off yet?
No, he's punching Jake. He's punching Jake Paul in the stomach, looking like he's trying to be cool on camera.
What is this man doing,
getting social media followers. You know, fucking around.
I'm starting to think when he say "let's go," that he means he not fighting him. Let's go. I don't want to fight this dude. Let's go, because that's what he always said. Let's make it happen.
Hey, how come people couldn't tell that man was capping? People couldn't tell by his energy and the way he was screaming, "Let's go!" Y'all couldn't tell he was capping. I knew that dude was capping like motherfucker.
Hey, when he was calling out, when he was talking about fighting Manny, I was like, I knew right then. I was like, yeah, okay. You
You're
think
preaching
Oscar
to the
gonna let you fight?
choir. You're preaching
I
to the
mean, in
choir,
the same
but
sentence. You said what?
I said you're preaching to the choir. But you know what? Phentermine is not good for breastfeeding, so
It's
baby
not good for
shouldn't be
breastfeeding.
talking. Nah,
Phentermine
not
isn't good
recommended
for
for people who are
anybody.
breastfeeding.
That shit is not good for nobody.
It could go into the. It could go in on baby.
Fuck up the baby, yeah, worse than what he already is. He gonna have another baby growing out the other nipple and shit.
Yeah, the International Man fan, I think he's on phentermine. Look what happened to his nipple. You know what I'm
He always
saying?
yelling
He
and
got
shit.
baby arms sticking out that shit.
He's obsessed
Bro,
with you.
he needs to stay away from the phentermine, bro, because you can't be breastfeeding while you're on that shit.
You can't do it. Don't do it.
Side effect, man. That's a side effect.
Right.
The baby growing out the side of you and shit.
Nipple will get pregnant.
Disproportionate babies growing outside of you, arm on your back and fucking
Side effects: impregnated areola.
fucking shit, man.
Twisted.
That's
Be
one of
looking
the
like you
best
be looking like
pictures I've ever seen. Man.
Quato from Total Recall.
Oh no. Oh, it said WB. You see what boxing guy say? WBC ordered Gary Russell to fight in January. Who's his Mando though? I didn't know who was fucking man. Damn, Gary Russell's a disappointment, man. Damn, that's another disappointment.
Damn. Yeah, this dude fight when he feel like it.
I don't know what. Damn, I don't know.
Gary Russell fights less than I do.
Yeah, Gary.
You stay calling people out too. I'm coming for you, Slim.
That's right.
I'm coming for you, Slim.
Back, Slim.
But you know what I'm saying, man? It's like, where you at, man? Shit.
This
I would
man,
enjoy a fight with him, watching him fight, man.
Yeah, he deserves flame too, because he ain't been back with all of the guys he called out, just like Ryan. He ain't fought none of them. Bro, Gary Russell does deserve a lot more flame. That shit. Nah, bruh. All right, Cole.
We got Kong in the building.
Yeah, what up? It is hot as ass on this blasted island, brother. It ain't even 10 o'clock yet. Shit.
Damn, like that?
Bro, I don't know what to do. You know the kind of heat was like, you don't know what to do. You can't escape the heat. It ain't shit you could do.
Yeah. Just gotta be hot. Sweat.
What's up, man? What we talking about here?
We was talking about Ryan before you jumped on, so you must
have Ryan Garcia slander. Oh, that's always a good topic. I see Oscar and them on Twitter already trying to plug this Ryan Garcia versus Jojo Diaz fight. So these guys really gonna duck Devin Haney.
Damn. I was just
They're really gonna duck Devin Haney. For real.
For real. Oh,
God damn.
They solidified themselves.
But you know, it's weird, right? Jojo Diaz is talking all this shit about, Ryan's a bitch and all that. Ryan, you don't even know when this dude or if he's coming back this year. You have no idea. You know what I mean? And you want to fight a guy who has so-called mental issues? I mean, how much more money you gonna make to fight Ryan Garcia than you would to fight Devin Haney for a championship belt?
Ryan,
you know what I mean? These guys is ducks, man. And you got these people. As soon as you say anything under the Golden Boy page, that shit turn racist as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
They're gonna tell you, just how much of a black this and that Devin Haney is, and I'm like, what? Just for this clown Ryan Garcia? This dude don't even speak Spanish. Devin Haney fought more in Mexico than goddamn Ryan Garcia. He more Mexican.
I The
Right.
one too said he quacking these, man. He speak that language.
Quacking knees, quackish.
Quackish.
I mean, I
Quaker
never
oats.
seen a
Quaker
guy
oats.
call out that many people and not fight anybody.
Not
And
one
then,
of them.
and then pull up on JoJo Diaz like, let's go. It's like, what?
This time I'm for real.
You was fighting for the mandatory. You got well. You was fighting for number one. You became number one. You said this guy needs me. I don't need his champion. Championships don't matter. Belts don't matter. But I'm gonna
Hmm.
fight Fortuna. But now I'm not gonna fight Fortuna. But I'm gonna fight this guy. All right, now I'm gonna fight that guy. And
He
now
also
you
said in an
fighting
interview.
JoJo.
He also said in an interview in the past that in the same sentence he said, "You're the champ." You said, "You calling me out." So what does that mean? I'm the fucking champ. What?
Wrong.
That ain't never been the case in any
Delusion.
sport in history ever.
So just because a dude is calling you out, that makes you the champ now.
What's wrong with a champ calling out contenders, number one contenders? I mean,
Well,
ain't that what he's?
So
I
step
mean,
up.
the fact that you ain't calling him out and he calling you out makes you look even weaker.
Exactly. That is absolutely ridiculous, man. That's where it is. But that's Golden Boy Promotions. That's the promotion that people are trying to tell me that I'm saying, man, Golden Boys don't have not one actual legitimate champion over there. Not one. They don't have no champions.
So they calling
And people are
themselves
telling me, huh?
but so they calling themselves champions.
Yeah,
Oh, they got
they don't have no champions at Golden
They
Boy.
got regular
Latino
champions,
champions.
but they don't got no like real world champions.
None. And people are trying to argue with me, telling me the zone got to give Golden Boy a bigger budget. I was like, for what? They don't have no. They don't even have. Like for what? Like what's the bigger budget for? They don't put on no shows. Golden Boy puts on like what, 2 shows a year? 3 shows a year?
When they lost Canelo, shit.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we trying to do here? Golden Boy wants a bigger budget to do so Oscar can have a bigger budget to do what he wants to do, on the side. I mean, but now this is a great fight, man. All of a sudden, belts don't matter. It's JoJo Diaz, it's bigger money. Nobody knows Devin Haney, except Ryan Garcia fans don't really buy no fights. They don't do nothing. They just follow him on Instagram. That's it.
Yep, I was about to say that. You get Mr. Follow on Instagram, but that don't cost you no money.
What's going on?
This only
Roz Clock and Lisa Bell's in the building.
That's crazy. They ain't got no fucking champ. That's
no.
ridiculous. Hey,
And
you know what's crazy though? I was thinking about this too, because now in the Reynoso camp, I mean, even though they kept Valdez a champion, but like I thought he was gonna get stripped, and it would have been only Canelo left in that camp who was the champion. But shout out to Valdez, man.
Hey yo, that Big Baby interview y'all shared, right? When he was talking about, what I'm saying, as a black fighter, this and that, and all this other bullshit. He revealed something that was interesting. He said in public, Bob Arum was like being disrespectful and all that. But behind closed doors, Bob Arum was like, yeah, man, he's still a part of the team. It's cool, don't worry about it. It's the same thing Bob Arum did with Valdez. Not the same thing. Valdez tests positive, and Bob Arum gets mad at the testing agency. So I don't have no problem with pet cheats.
That's true, bro. Fury, fucking Valdez, Miller.
Exactly.
Who else, man?
He don't have no problem with pet cheats. No problem. He's cool.
Bob Arum always attached to the scummiest shit going on in boxing, man. Well, what do you expect? I mean,
a free Big Baby though.
Dude.
Hey, but you know what? Hey, did you also notice in that interview though, Kong, he said something about this is why you noticing a lot of them fighters that went to Dubai recently.
Nah.
I was like, fuck did he mean by that? And I know Anthony Sims went out there and Austin Trout. They recently fought out there, and they signed with what do they call it?
Liberty Fights or something.
Legacy
Fight. Legacy. Yeah, Legacy.
They got the national man fan belt.
The on baby belt.
Oh baby.
Yo, but bro, you gotta tell your fellow, you and Haplo gotta tell y'all Cali dude Anthony Sims to chill. That dude is super duper emotional. Like what?
Yeah, he grew up. I think he was born in Cali. No, he wasn't even. He wasn't even born in Cali. He moved to Cali. I think.
Oh, you want to disown him now? You want to disown him now?
I don't know for certain. I have to look it up. Somebody Google that man. But no, you right though, man. That dude is Go ahead.
It's like Charles D when he was like, "Nah, man, John Miller ain't from no New York. He from Belize."
Free Charles D. Hell yeah. But
yeah, you know what I'm saying about Anthony Sims. He's too emotional, man. He gotta calm down.
Hey, that's a good point, man. If Luke Campbell beat Ryan Garcia, he would have been fought Devin Haney by now.
Oh, we said that. This is Luke Campbell's fault. All this.
Luke Campbell should come out of retirement just and fight Devin, man. Fuck it. Fight Devin. Fuck it. What if he come back and just shock the world, beat Devin, and Ryan's looking stupid?
Oh my God.
Stupid.
Well, you know Ryan Garcia will take credit for that. Like, you see?
Yeah.
Yo, it's funny. It's like these guys win big fights or decent fights, and then their career just go on pause. It's just like pause. And it's like, what the fuck happened, man? I thought you just came off the Campbell win. You got credit for the Campbell win. What you doing now?
That's like tanking a Pedraza win. What you mean?
Yeah.
Used that Pedraza win for years.
He's still riding that shit.
Look what he did to Pedraza.
What? When they said, look what he did to Gamboa, I was like, all right. That's enough.
Right.
I was like, that's enough. Look what he did to this dude. The dude who jumped up 2 weight classes. Leah Santa Snooze.
Santa Snooze.
Shout out to actual. Yeah, this dude came up. Like, they fighting for some title that not even in the weight class. Like, what the fuck is going on here, man? Man, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Talented fighter, but come on, man. When we gonna see these guys get in the ring? When we gonna see Tank fight a decent fighter? When we gonna see Ryan fight a decent fighter? Like again, when are we gonna see both of these guys fight a decent fighter again? That's in their weight class. That you know what I mean? That's competitive. That a big fight. You know what I'm saying? They got big names and they ain't fighting big fights. You know what I'm saying? Teal went through 3 guys, damn good resume, and then now he talking different. You know what I mean? 3 belt unification, undisputed? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Is Devin Haney that scary? Like these dudes won't hop in the ring? Like everybody just bouncing around this dude.
Yeah. That's what I say. I mean, Devin Haney kind of catching up on fighters that, duck fighters because, I agree with Haplo when he say that Bud Crawford's probably the most ducked in boxing, but it seems like the more and more the time, the years go by or time go by, Devin Haney racking more ducks on his resume. Somebody should just talk about duck resumes. Like,
yeah, man. I mean, if these guys are so feather-fisted and so damn boring, Andre, you know what I mean, Haney, why ain't these guys going snatching up that title? Snatch that title up again. Move the fuck on.
Horrible fighters are getting ducked now, 1-2 Kid. Ain't that some shit? Horrible fighters getting ducked now.
And even some of the more exciting, hard-hitting boxers like Ergovic is now starting to get ducked too.
Say again, Red?
I said even some of the more exciting boxers who hit harder even getting ducked too, like Ergovic.
I think it has a lot to do with being able to box.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Skill sets, you know what I mean? kill sets, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So
that's real.
yeah, like that's what it's coming down to. So let's just ignore this guy, act like he don't exist, use his name when we're about to fight some bum. You know what I'm saying? Pull his name out when he got a fight scheduled, and then pull the old switcheroo on your motherfuckers and say, "Pay for this shit. Watch me. I'm the best. I'm a rock star. I don't have a championship, but I'm the champ." Like, what the fuck are we watching, man? We watching frauds. We literally watching dudes taking the fraudulent road to success, and people out here buying it hook, line, and sinker, and hating on
Yeah,
guys
man.
like ourselves for calling the shit out as it comes.
I'm
So
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Loma Krista has something to say about that.
Hope so.
he back with a vengeance. He want that. He
Please,
want
your
that
heavenly
kill
one.
smoke.
Right. What would Tia be? Say the devil? Shit.
I don't know, man. I think Tio should just go for Haney, and then and then after that, if you pull off the dub, make moves to 140. You know, that's the
I'm
best
almost
route to
convinced
go.
Tio's not gonna fight Devin, man. That fight's not gonna happen. I'm almost convinced now. He has no interest, I think, and with all that they've talked and said, man, Devin Haney, you're next, bro. And all that shit. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
We're giving you an
that
opportunity. Fuck out of here.
yeah,
So,
and that's what it is, man. That's what it is, and it's awfully bad because this is supposed to be this the number one guy in the division,
number one.
And, he,
and there's a
Still
and
number
number
motherfucking
one.
there's a
number
championship.
one, and fighting into the ballroom at Madison Square Garden instead of fucking in a stadium in Australia.
Damn.
Someone,
Ballroom?
someone fucked up right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Why? Yeah, his
There's
ego,
some
man.
management.
You know,
There's some management issues going on in that camp, bro. 'Cause you go into the
the New York
ballroom,
champ instead of the world champ. You know what I
MSG
mean?
ballroom versus stadium in Australia. I think I'll take the stadium.
I think they talked about that, Toby Bartlett. I think they talked about Gary Russell and Devin Haney getting in the ring, but nothing materialized. But I mean, if they can work with some negotiations and they could actually get through, and yeah,
Gary
I'd
Russell was
watch
like,
that fight. I'd watch that
Gary
fight,
was
man.
like, that was some slick shit in the contract, Shawty.
Yeah,
He's talking about Devin. Devin didn't properly I guess, you know, send the right paperwork. Come on, Slim. Get the paperwork right, Shawty. Fight
but
somebody, bro.
that's the problem, man. It's like I know they gotta handle business before they could get in the ring, but if that's what we're gonna be arguing about all the time, because that's what most of these debates really be about, come down to business. It comes down to business, but these dudes don't want to get to the business. The business is boxing, and if they ain't
Business.
boxing and they ain't fighting for championships, then they just basically like some sideshow Bob shit. You know what I'm saying? Look at
Bro,
me, hit
people
me up
love
on
to
Twitter.
say people love to say boxing is a business, but it's also a fucking sport, dude. So you
Right.
gotta fucking
It's a
win.
sport first. It's a
You gotta
sport
win.
first, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
You gotta win. Sometimes, look, I feel like some of these fighters are short sighted in a certain way, and that way that I'm saying is like sometimes you got to take the short end of the stick in a fight, but like let's just say uh, Spence versus Pacquiao, if he hadn't gotten injured, quote unquote, he should take the short end of the stick because then if he beats Pacquiao, guess what? He becomes like the heir apparent to all that fucking fandom. You know what I'm saying? And then in his next fight, he would make a lot of money. But, they don't see it that way. They're trying to get paid from these bullshit
hey,
fights
one, two,
instead of going for greatness and like actually becoming a cash cow.
Go ahead, Black.
one, two, quick. I was gonna ask you. I know it's off topic or whatnot. You, how big is Josh Taylor versus Bud Crawford a big fight? Like,
I
is
don't
that a
see
big
why
fight?
not, man. It's too, if they meet, it'll be at 147. So they both
I
be two
almost feel like
former
that.
undisputed champions.
Yeah, I almost feel like that can actually turn out to be a pretty good fight. For the simple fact, like not only in the ring, but like Josh Taylor do got a mouthpiece, man, and I think he's really good at selling the event, selling the fight. I
Right.
think he gonna
Promotion
talk
would
his
be good
shit,
for that fight. Yeah.
promotional. Yeah, Bud ain't got to really do a whole lot, because he ain't got the personality like that. But Taylor do,
Yeah.
and I
And
think Taylor got the personality to bring
the
Bud
best out of
Crawford
Crawford.
personality out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To
Both
where
of them.
it'll be a little bit more exciting in the build up, and then once they get in the ring, it should be pretty
Should be
electric.
fire. Yeah, because you know what, Taylor, you make a really good point there. You know that I didn't even think about that. Taylor hypes himself up, and that will
Yeah,
definitely
bro.
hype Crawford up. Because when you start talking shit to Crawford, he
Yeah.
start trying to like snuff you on spot. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, he'll swing at your ass, BD.
Yeah. So I mean, but that'll hype him up for the fight, and I think it'll bring the best out of both fighters. They both would have to bring their A game to that fight. And
Yo,
because you got to keep in mind that Josh Taylor is not a small 140 guy, and if you move up to 147, it'd
no.
be easy. And he got a set of skills with him. And Bud Crawford is a dog with skills as well. So yeah, that would be a fantastic fight in the ring, and I think the promotion would be great, honestly. And you could sell it to undisputed
Mm-hmm.
fighters. You know what I mean?
That'll
Former
but
undisputed fighters, guys that went through it. And you know what also is awesome about it is a champion giving an opportunity to an undisputed fighter coming up one weight class, which fighters should be jumping all over, but they
yes.
don't. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, oh, this dude's undisputed. Oh, he knocked out and beat everybody, all the big names in this division. Oh, come
Right.
on up. I got something waiting for you in this weight class, as
Yep.
to saying, nah, man, I got this lined up, this lined up.
Show
You
me
gotta
something.
earn your
Get a
way.
belt first. Right. Bullshit like they do that. They did that to Bud coming up. You got to get a belt,
Yeah. I
beat
think
somebody
it would be a
first.
Just as
fantastic
long
fight.
as they do not forget the
So
rematch
wait,
clause.
let me know if I'm tripping, but did Duran have to come up and get a belt before he got that fight with Leonard, or did he just get the fight?
I thought he just got. I don't know for sure.
I don't remember, but I think Loma Christ still has something to say.
Have to come up.
What's going on, Christo face?
Heavenly One. What are your thoughts?
I just,
He's
I don't know.
He's deep in thought.
meditates.
He's putting on his sandals, bro.
Moment of silence for the holy. But yeah, man. I think it'll be electric, man. I think it'll really be electric. It's a whole lot of positivity in that fight happening. It'll be Bud Crawford, like you said, giving the undisputed champ coming up an opportunity. And I was thinking, like, we have seen quite a bit of rotation throughout the years with that WBO belt at 47. You see, let me see. Well, Pacquiao had it. Horn took it from him. Bud Crawford came up in weight, took the belt. Hey, what if we get the shock of our lives and see the undisputed champ come up in weight and take the belt from Crawford? Who knows, man? It's
Yeah, you
boxing.
never know, man. You never
It's
know.
boxing, but
I think I
I
think
give
it
him a
would make
really
a
good chance.
yeah. I think it's a great fight. I think it's a great fight, man. And if this fight happens between him and Porter, that could be his next fight. Bud Crawford, if he pulls off the Vic, which I think he will. But we shall see. And
Man,
if
I
we
would
did
take
see
the fucking.
A Sean Porter versus uh Josh Taylor fight, that would be a great fight as well.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
I
think Porter.
agree. I have returned. I have returned.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Well,
my thoughts finally, since my Wi-Fi palm tree is working for the meantime, is that these
the Halo
champions
Wi-Fi.
must not do the same mistake that I have done, which is forget the rematch clause. Uh, you can believe in Santa Claus or Cobra Claus, but do not forget to believe in the rematch clause. Because if you do not remember the rematch clause, then you will be closed out like the Teofimo is doing me.
That's a fact, man. Hey,
Closed
you know
out.
what else would be a great fight? I think Prograis should just stay, move to 147 and stay there, and just say fuck 140 altogether, and get in there with a guy like Porter. I think that'd be a great fight as well.
Ooh,
Prograis,
that'd be a banger.
yeah.
Be a
I
banger. I
think
like
he'd
that.
be him mixing it up even with shit, man. I wish Danny was staying at 147 because that'd be a good fight. You know,
Yeah.
I see Prograis mixing it up and it's a fresh fight. I don't want to see Keith Thurman fight Sean Porter. I don't want to see
What
remixes
about
of fights, man.
Prograis? What about Prograis versus Connor Ben?
I'm with it,
Mm,
but I'm
yeah.
saying a bigger fight would be better. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see Prograis in with a big name. You know what I'm saying?
Check it out, baby. Check it out. If the money's there at 147, we're gonna stay at 147. All right, baby. Because nobody can deny. My son. We got the best teammate in the 147 division. That's no doubt about it. That's not a question. All right, baby. We fought all the top guys. Okay? We came up short because they hate Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. They don't like us. The judges. All right, but it's all good, baby. We back. Anybody can get it from 147 to 168. But we got time, baby. All
168.
right. Hey, the
168.
eventual fight is gonna be Canelo. All right, we're going after the main, the king, King Nello. We got our eyes set on him at 168. Eventually, he's still young. Danny's still young, and it can happen, baby. All right, we'll be 35 doing it. All right, you watch. All right, we'll get this done. But we got we
Y'all
got we
better
got
leave
some
that payday
steps. You know what I'm
alone,
saying?
man. That might not go your way. That's got a good chance of
We
not
gotta
going
see,
your way.
baby. We gotta see.
Yeah, we gotta
I think
see.
I think
It's
I
gonna
think
go the way of
Angel
the bird, baby.
Angel
The
I think
bird.
Danny may have a better chance against Chavez Jr. The way he's looking right now, they're probably about the same weight. Throw him in there with Chavez Jr.
Don't nobody want to fight that gay ass Super Saiyan, all right?
man.
Oh man. Oh man. Hey, you know what? Shout out to Truth Bomb Jake. Ain't seen you in a while, man. But yo, my dream matchup for a debate would be Truth Bomb Jake and Haplo. If they disagreed on something, that would be a great debate, y'all. That would be fun. That because both of these guys bring the heat. So if they didn't agree on some shit, that would be a fun one. I would enjoy that shit. But besides the point, I don't think Danny should fight Canelo Alvarez because it's just not a good look. I don't think that's gonna go. I don't think that's gonna go well, man.
I'm
In
saying
Danny's
Chavez
favor.
Jr. for Danny.
Oh, Chavez is a big dude, but I don't know. I don't know, man.
He keeps losing. Danny needs a W.
Yeah. That's a fact, man. I don't know though, man. I don't even know why Chavez Jr. is still fighting, man. Like, what's the point? What's the point? What weight is he fighting at? And this dude literally like didn't he put on like some sort of fucking shit on Vada where they couldn't try to fucking get him or say some shit like they follow
No,
me, they stalking me and shit.
he ran out the arena after a fight because he didn't want to piss after the fight.
This dude was like, yeah, they follow me around, man. He had some shit where they couldn't be within 1,000 feet of him or some shit.
It wasn't even
That's
VADA.
bad.
That wasn't even VADA, bro. That was just like the commission regular testing. Like
This dude was
he,
ducking
he,
and
he
dodging
just
and shit.
he just bounced. He was like,
It's like,
"Now
man, if you're
I'm
trying not
leaving."
to be found, man, you shouldn't have blue hair, man. Like, you gotta change that shit up, man. Like, You're gonna get recognized. Like, who the dude with the blue hair over there? Like, he's right there. They take that motherfucker blood. His hair's blue. You know what I'm saying? He got transmission fluid all over him. Like, get on that dude, man. I
You
don't
can't be
know.
walking around looking like Ivan Blue Catch.
Yeah, yeah, blue catch, red catch. I call him Gollum or Schmeagle. He looked like
Well,
Schmeagle to me.
I said Blue Catch because Red Catch usually has his hair red,
Right.
and
Yeah,
he had his hair blue.
right. I got you. Says he ducked Vada. Yeah, that's a fact. Says
I
who
don't
else?
even think that was VADA, bro. I think that was just the regular test of the commission.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you, Truth Bomb. I'm doing the same thing right now. They try to pull the shot, like they try to pull the old switcheroo on me in college, man. They try to up all the prices and pull that shit. When we get down there, they wouldn't give us like any of the information and wanted us to sign online prior to even getting down there. So we had to they try to pull some bullshit. But we cleared that shit up real quick. Yeah, they funny like that. They be on that Ponzi scheme shit. So watch them. But yeah, besides that point, man, I want to see these guys get in there and fight with one another and mix it up and stop acting like some divas out here. Stop getting slaps on the wrist for being fucking for popping dirty. It's bad, man. It's like everyone's saying, well, boxing's dying. It's like, I wouldn't say that. It's alive, but shit, everything that like pretty much everybody on the panel enjoys about boxing, that's dying. You know what I'm saying? Those type of things is dying, man. You know, that's like I try to be funny about the shit, but like I was saying to Black, man, the shit ain't funny no more. It's like fucking fucked up. You know what I mean? Who does that? Like nobody
And
really
people are
even.
dying, bro.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. Fucked up. And the sanctioned body giving it a pass. A pass. That's why I'm like, fuck
That
it. I'm
kid
fucking
Dada
with the
should have
WBC.
died. Remember,
Yeah.
what was that guy's name in New York? The heavyweight Abdu Salamov or whatever. That
Yeah.
dude's still fucked up. I mean, look at Adonis Stevenson. I mean, you got people getting hurt out here, bro.
Yeah. And you got dudes ducking not just quote unquote boring fighters like Red said. They out here ducking Herkovich. Hard hitters, entertainers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like nobody wants to. This dude got to spar with motherfuckers and shit to get them ready for a fight and can't even get an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why? What the fuck is it coming to? You know what I mean? I'm a rock star on Twitter, man. I don't need to fight you. I'm the champ. What? What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
yeah, it's ridiculous.
It is. It's getting ridiculous, y'all. So you know what I mean? So when they talking about Bud and Porter, I get excited for that shit. You know, I hope it does happen. You know, but I understand where Black coming from. Like, I don't know if this gonna go down. I don't know if this dude gonna fight this dude. I don't know if Tio gonna fight Haney or whatever. But that's the route he should be taking. You know what I mean? That's the route he should be fucking getting on, and he should be saying, "Yo, man, I'm gonna be you out here claiming to be undisputed, but you don't want that undisputed work." You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is it? You can't just, you know what I mean, just jump from A to B, you know what I mean, without going through the shit. So you a 3-belt world champion, no doubt about it. You got a franchise championship. You're supposed to be popular, but yet you fighting in, you know, back alleys and shit.
The
like
ballroom.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
you fighting
Not
in
the
the ballroom.
stadium.
And you know what I mean? And this is supposed to be the best promoter out there, right? Everybody's saying Bob's the best promoter out there. He's been in the game for this long. Why this dude fighting like this? Why can't Bud get a fight? Why are you still? It's like they still banking.
Well, I can't
and
blame that ballroom shit on Bob.
listen, man,
He
they still
wanted.
banking. They still banking on the past for.
He wanted homeboy to go to fucking Australia and get a big gate
That's
out
not the
there.
point.
But
The point I'm
dude
trying to
didn't
say
want
is
to do
people
it.
is banking on the fact of what these people have done in the past, but not talking about what the fuck they doing right now. When this dude's saying shit like this dude don't, this guy can't sell nothing out, and you're his promoter, how the fuck is that promoting? Number one, you know what I'm saying? Well, look what Bob did. You know, Bob did for Mayweather. Bob did for this guy. It's like these dudes are gonna be stars anyway. You know what I mean? Come on, man, cut the shit. This dude is old. He need to get the fuck gone. You know what I mean? He can't even get this motherfucker a unification fight. He can't get Bud a unification fight. Tio ain't ringing no bells right now. How? This dude should be ringing big bells right now. Like, come on, man. I'm not buying. And the WBC, the most prestigious, it's like not of late. This shit is hot garbage. Hot garbage. WBC is hot garbage right now. And I don't care what anyone got to say. I don't care if content creators is like, oh, fuck this dude and fuck that. No, fuck you. You cool with that shit? You cool with a motherfucker popping dirty and still defending his title? You cool with motherfuckers being ranked number one and not and ducking the fucking champ? Like, what's cool about that? Meat shielded for this shit? Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Boxing community better than this shit. Fuck out of here. Real talk.
Yeah,
you know,
you can't complain about old media, but you're doing the same old bullshit they do.
Yeah, this is fucking ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Oh, saying we talk about the shit for clicks. This ain't get clicks. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, just hating on a click. That's what it is. Because you want your clicks. That's all it is. Fuck out of here, man. They fucking up the sport, man. They got these dudes fucking up the sport and motherfuckers just praising them. Oh, yeah, this dude. He's a superstar. Superstar? He's a rock star. We talk about boxing, man. Shit, we talk about boxing. Puts asses in seats. Why don't the motherfucker go on America Got Talent then? Like, what the fuck? He shouldn't be in the boxing ring. You know, if he don't want to fight for a championship, what's he in the game for? It's that simple, man. It's a sport first. Oh, business. Okay, it's a sport first. Good point, Haplo. But what about the sport? What we doing? When we going to see the Super Bowl? Well, you know, when we going to see these guys mix it up?
And there wouldn't be no NFL business if it wasn't for games being played. Like, right. God damn.
All right, man. When we going to see the championship? Well, the championship don't really matter. Could you imagine hearing a basketball team or a football team say that? Well, they don't matter. We're rock stars. We ain't playing in the Super Bowl. Like what?
Yeah, you got more Twitter followers.
We ain't playing them. They're boring.
The rings don't mean anything.
They're boring. That's a boring team. What the fuck is you talking about? He run too slow. Look how slow he run. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna play in the X League, the XFL. We could do whatever the fuck we want. It's exciting. You know what I mean? Bitches got the thongs on. It's like, that's cool. But you know what I'm saying? Where at the same time, it's like, yeah, man, just separate the shit. Because if you're not gonna do the shit, say it. Just come out and say the shit. Just keep it 100, man. We want to see the best fighters fight the best, man, and not come up with excuses and guys meat shielding for them. I just want to see good fights, good fighters. I want to see this guy. He's really good. This guy's really good. They in the same weight class. Why ain't it working? Why can't we get it together? Ask business, ask the network, ask sanction the body, ask this, is that. It got every excuse in the book. You know what I mean? But yet this dude could fight Joe Schmo and be on some shit, and it'd be cool. Come on, man. Shit ain't cool. Shit ain't cool at all, man. Let's bring this. Show some love for the sport, man. Show some dignity for the sport, man. You guys are representing a sport that's been around for years, and y'all fucking it up. This generation straight fucking it up. And then the guys that is doing it correctly, don't nobody talk about them. Josh Taylor ain't getting no big fucking props. When Bud Crawford was undisputed, he didn't get big fucking props. You know what I'm saying? When AJ's trying to make an undisputed bout, he ain't getting the praise you're supposed to be getting for trying to make that type of shit happen. You know what I mean? With Usyk, how many people know who Usyk is? Like, what the fuck, man? Why ain't they promoters pumping them up? Like, let's stick to the script, man. These dudes doing all the right things and doing all the, you know what I mean, going about it the right way, and they winning championships here and there, beating whoever got the fucking belt. You know what I mean? And saying, I want his belt. And then jumping up and saying, I want his belt too. Ain't that what boxing's supposed to be about?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? What is it? What is these conversations that we've been having lately? Well, this dude getting off with this, and this is this, and this is that. And it's like, what the fuck, man? Let's get these scraps on. Let's get these fights on, y'all. Let's get these fights on, man. And don't pay for no bullshit. You know, you can't be addicted. So you know what? I've been saying it a lot, and that's what I'm doing. These next two fights is coming up between Wilder and that, and I'm not trying to knock them getting their cash. This is right off the bat. I'm not trying to knock these motherfuckers for doing what they're gonna do, but it's not for me. So I'm not gonna watch the shit. I'm not gonna watch a motherfucker that doesn't get punished, and I'm not gonna watch some shit that if there was no hype behind it and no conspiracy theories behind the Wilder fight, who would rewatch that fight? Who would want a third fight if none of that hype bullshit went behind it? Did you guys watch that fight? Did anyone actually watch that fight and play it back in their head and go, damn, man, this is a one-sided ass whooping. Why would I want to repeat watching that shit? If this dude is on some shit, okay, that's fine, whatever. But when these dudes was fucking had an opportunity, both of them, to be undisputed and say that they're the best, champion of the champs, the number one, you know, instead they talk about one title, one name. It's like, dude, you could have went in there and been the man, landed that right hand, and had an opportunity to spark this dude out. You didn't take it. And one dude, the next dude, he sat here, hyped everybody up that he was going to fight AJ to become undisputed, and did what? The whole time knew he was going to be fighting Deontay Wilder. I'm not respecting that shit. You think I'm going to watch your fight for tricking me? For hyping me up as a boxing fan? You out of your fucking mind. You're out of your fucking mind. Fuck you, fuck him, and fuck this dude too. Like, I'm not watching that shit. Fuck out of here, man. Hell nah. And I'm standing on it. I'm standing on it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, yo, yeah, you know, but I'm probably going to watch it because, you know, I love boxing. It's like, if I love boxing, why would I?
I ain't gonna lie though, that shit with the day before they announced the Wilder Fury 3 was happening, Fury did come on social media and say, like, we got it all worked out. Fury, you know, versus Joshua. It's happening in Saudi Arabia, or wherever the hell they said. And that was kind of whack, bro. Because then the next day it was like, oh, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I heard some conspiracy theories that he did it like that on purpose to make Deontay Wilder look bad.
Nah, I think he definitely did it on purpose because, like, he knew that arbitration was going on. Come on.
Yeah, I feel that he was too, and I think that Eddie Hearn got the shit in, and AJ got the shit under that deal because they were promoting the fight. They put on the promotion. They did the promotion, and then they switched it last minute and said, "Boom, here you go. I'm fighting Deontay Wilder." It's like, what? Oh, that's why I did that video. He was teasing me, the duck video. He was teasing me. So I'm going to praise this dude and watch this shit because they hyped it up. I know what this is. You know what I mean? I know exactly what this is. This is a fucking...
Do you smell it? That smell. The kind of smell.
Instances of bullshit like this are on the rise.
Do you smell it?
I smell it. Y'all smell it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what it is, man. And I don't want to wind up like, you know what I mean, being fucked up myself where motherfuckers is like, damn, you bought that shit again?
You look at the state of his face. There's no way. He's lucky the fight was stopped.
I don't want to look like that. You know what I mean? You know, so I mean, this is the time when people gotta say shit. They gotta speak up about the sport if they love the sport, man. If this is the type of shit that you love about the sport, like motherfuckers getting away with shit and dudes fucking playing you and hyping you up for a fight that didn't happen. What do you think that you're gonna get out of these dudes in the future? You know what I'm saying? If you coming back for the shit, they gonna give it to you again. That stupid hurts y'all for a reason. You know, so nah, man, it ain't for me, man. That type of shit ain't for me, man. And it's not knocking anybody else, but it's at the same time, man, we gotta stick together in this shit as boxing fans if we want to get the best. Because I don't want to be complaining if these dudes get in the ring and they both 45 years old by the time we get it. We already got that. That happened to us. We got a dud with Mayweather and Floyd. We got a dud, y'all. You know, so and we paid for it. So, hey, man, I'm not gonna fall for it again. You know what I mean? And shout out to Iron Kong for putting me on and trying to tell me prior. Tyson Fury, I wouldn't believe a damn word that motherfucker says. I was like, nah, I think this shit gonna happen, man. Shame on me. Fuck out of here. Talk about I don't love boxing and I don't care about fighters. You out of your mind, man. You out of your fucking mind. This is sport. I love this sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I got passion for this shit.
Yeah, 1-2. I gotta take my kid to school in a minute. Thanks for having me on, and peace to all the homies.
Peace, man.
RGM, have a good one. Your mic sounds a little muffled, RGM, but thanks for having me on.
No problem, Hat, man. Tend to your business, your daddy deeds.
I'll do so. All right, bye.
Yep. Enjoy. Thanks for coming on. Same with you, Red. I know you in the middle of your work shit and everything, and I want to thank everybody for the support that comes on and swings through and shit. But you know, when it comes to this boxing shit, man, you know, I want to see these guys fight, man. I want to see these guys show what they got to do. I don't want to get. That's what I feel like I'm screaming in my channel, in the UGC, the TAC, and the UGC.
Don't give a fuck whether you land or not. Just let him go.
Just let him go. Let him go. You know what I'm saying? And when motherfuckers is just, you know, getting away with shit like this, how you gonna be a top contender and not fucking want to fight the champ? This makes no sense to me. None whatsoever. Because you're trying to milk the system. Well, guess what? We boxing fans. We the system. Damn. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. It's like shit, man. And then, you know, for a while there, I wasn't doing lives and none of that shit, Red. I was like, all right, cool. Everything seems to be smoothing it out. We started to get big fights. Shit started talking. But then, boom, pull the switcheroo on us. Do this, do that. You know how many people was devastated? They put in all that money for that Spence and Manny Pacquiao fight. They was going there on status alone to fight, to wind up to see the Ugas fight, which turned out to be a good fight. I enjoyed the fight. I think Manny came to win and all that shit. Don't know nothing wrong, but they switched it on you. They switched it on you. I mean, injuries happen. The card is subject to change. I understand that, but we seeing this shit. It can't be a coincidence because we seeing this shit all the time. You know?
And you know what? We could forgive that if the undercards were stacked. If they had like a fire undercard, okay, yeah, it would suck if the main event got canceled or switched up or whatever. If you have a real good undercard, if you're giving people one reason to buy a ticket, and then they buy that ticket, and then you take that reason away, you just believe that person gonna be pissed off.
Yeah. And we don't get like unifications and undisputed enough, you know. And then unfortunately, our last fight that we got for undisputed, it turned out to be a draw. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't necessarily call it a dud, but it was anticlimactic because we ain't get the shit. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get the shit, but at the same time, man, you know, at least they got in there. At least they mixed it up. The result ain't what we wanted, but you know what? At least they both put on a good account of themselves in the fight, you know, and they weren't afraid to mix it up with one another. You know, it wasn't that difficult. You know what I mean? There's plenty of money to be made, you know. So I mean, there's plenty of money in the pot to spread around, man. And if your promoters is doing a good enough job, bud, then money would never be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because you seem to be doing your end of the bargain. So like, I just don't get it, man. It's so much shit to flame that it's starting to get annoying as fuck. You know, it's like it's starting to get fucked up. It's like everywhere you turn is some bullshit, and it's like, damn, man, fuck. Can we get some type of fucking, you know, I don't know, man, consistency other than bullshit? Because the bullshit is consistent. we can talk about shit all day. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that I'm seeing that's consistent. So when the fucking, you know, when the bad starts outweighing the good, it kind of make you question the sport, you know? So it's just like, what?
I agree. That's why we fight. So, like a lot of people, you know, they want to say, "Oh, we're haters" or whatever, and it's like, no, like you don't understand it. Like the reason why we say the things that we say is because the sport is suffering, and
Right.
if something isn't done, eventually the sport ain't gonna be here anymore.
Right. It'll be milked until it's so watered down that it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I don't want to be the guy that has to do this shit. I don't want to be the guy that's bitching about boxing all the time. You know what I'm saying? I want to be talking about the fights. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not enough motherfuckers saying anything, man. They just say whatever caters to whatever the fuck their narrative is for that moment. It's like, damn, but what about the sport of boxing? That ain't important no more. Like, the fuck out of here, man. Like, so you ain't doing this for boxing. You're doing this for yourself. Like, you know what I mean? It's like shit. Oh, he's this dude. He's on some self-righteous shit, and And it's like, no, man. I just love the sport, man. I don't want to see it go to shit. What's wrong with that? You know what I mean? What's wrong with that? Fuck, man.
That's exactly why we're against the cheating, you know. And
Shit. I was mad when Hostess Cupcakes went away for a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, what the fuck? You're not it. Don't change your ingredients. What the fuck? This is the bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, when I was on my fat binge, you know what I'm saying? I was hot about that shit. But you know, I mean, when you got a good thing, man, you want to try to maintain it and take care of it so that you always got that shit. Because I don't want to be telling my kids, oh, boxing used to be like this. You missed it. You missed it. You missed it. You know what I'm saying? I want them to enjoy the shit while it's happening. But what can I tell them right now? Oh, this dude's the champ, but he's really not the champ. But this dude got a title, but it's really not a real title. So, you know, well, who's the champ? Well, he's kind of the champ, but he's kind of like a franchise champion. And this guy don't want to fight this guy because of this. And this dude should be stripped because he was high on some drugs, but technically he still got a fight going on. And you know, I mean, for real, like, how do I? Why you watching this shit again, Dad? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you keep up with all this shit? It's like, because I got love for the sport. Red sounds muffled, yeah.
I don't know why that is. Do I still sound muffled?
Yeah, you do.
All right, let me try something here real quick. Give me just a sec. Okay, is it not switching?
Got me. You sound better now.
Okay, all right. My bad. I didn't know I was sounding muffled all this time. But yeah, I agree. I agree with everything you're saying. Like it, and what makes it hard is when you have fans who want to co-sign the shit, and whether it be due to tribalism or that their narrative, they're just fitting a narrative that will support their favorite boxer, and they don't realize, it hurts the sport when you do those things.
Right.
Like try explaining like who the champion is to a casual. All right,
Right.
because most people have a good grasp about how sports work. It's supposed to be competition, but then when you're talking about, oh, the WBC has like five champions in one division, and they're only one of four sanctioning bodies. It's like, wait a minute, like this don't make no sense.
Yeah. Like they had to like reevaluate how they did college because the best teams weren't playing at one point in time. You remember that shit? And then they had all these, what I mean, like they wanted to put, then they were like, you know what, let's change it up so that these guys, the best teams, can play each other. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So you got to make adjustments to make this shit work. So if you're gonna pull out all these belts, but that's, I guess, all right, but it's not working in the favor of boxing because everyone's a champion and guys got baby championships talking about they the real champ, and guys got franchise championships and they saying that they the real champ, and this dude got a championship and they ain't fighting for the championships, and it's like, damn, what the fuck is y'all doing? And when you got sanctioning bodies meat shielding for this shit, you got fans meat shielding for this shit, you got networks and promoters meat shielding for this shit, then it's not going to get any better. You know what I'm saying? It can only go down the fucking toilet. So yeah, man. So I flame the people who represent this shit to say, yeah, you know what? This is okay. You just a hater. It's like, call me what you want. But I think you a boxing hater. I think you hate boxing. You know what I mean? And you're a man fan. You're a fan of a network. You're a fan of a color. You're a fan of just this fighter. You know what I'm saying? But just come out and say it. You know what I mean? Just come out and say you did some shit. You know what I'm saying? Just come out and say it. Say who you are. That way, you know what I mean? We know what to expect from you. Don't say that it's for this reason and you moving different, because now your actions and your words don't match. So now you looking suspect. So I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I don't get this whole boxing community. I'm starting to I don't know, man. I want to put out content, but I ain't got nothing to laugh about because I like to be funny. I like to have fun. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I try to flame this shit and be funny about flaming the shit, but at the same time, it's like, man, this shit is fucked up. I
No,
had a
I hear
motherfucker.
you.
Yeah, I had a motherfucker go off on me. Yeah, you saying this about boxing fans? You saying this about this? I'm like, tell me one thing that I said that wasn't true. Silence, crickets, nothing, nothing. I got nothing back. No response. Whatever. Try to click on
They
the
just want
channel. Channel don't exist. I'm like, so this probably who knows who. You know what I'm saying? I could go into the guessing game. I ain't going down that rabbit hole. Like fuck that shit. I ain't wasting my time there. So who do I root for in college? Oh, unfortunately, Syracuse in football. But we ain't got the best football team. But we damn good at basketball and lacrosse. But I also like Penn State. And yeah, I like Penn State. Truth is the new hate. Yeah. Well, we know who you roll with. He roll with the Gators, right? He's a Gators
Who?
fan. Jordan.
Oh yeah, he was out in that area, so more than likely the Gators.
Yeah, man. If we could bring our basketball coach to football, we might win some games. Yeah. We had some good players come out of the Qs, but I don't know, man. You know, when it comes to football, man, you know, I don't know, man. I don't count on it, man. I went to so many games, man, and I watched them play BC so many times, and I seen four dudes covering a receiver, and he still caught the ball. I was like, yeah. I was like, damn. Are you kidding me? Like, gotta work on that. Gotta work on that, yo. Yeah, I'm on the orange wave though. What are the three
Yeah,
teams who don't have S at the end of the names? Yeah. Yeah, I'm an orangeman. Yeah. How about you? You watch college football? Red? I think we lost Red.
no, I'm back. Sorry, my girlfriend was asking me a question.
You into college football or basketball?
Not really, but I know like who the big teams are over here. The two biggest ones are the Gators and the Seminoles, and because going to school, a lot of the teachers they either went to one or the other, and you would see them like with their Gators or their Seminoles flags. And that's the big rivalry down here as far as college is concerned.
Our
Um,
GM better be a Gator fan. Jordan, like, he better be a Gator fan.
but yeah, I actually live. Well, I'm closer to Raymond James, but I'm not that far from USF. But it's
Yeah,
funny because USF is right here in Tampa, but most people don't rep it. It's
yeah.
all about the Gators or the USF starting to get a little bit more traction now, but growing up, you never heard anybody mention USF as far as college, football or basketball or any sport.
Yeah. In the NFL, I'm a Cowboys fan, so I pretty much sit alone when I'm watching the
Oh,
games. Yeah,
I'm
being from New
sorry.
York. Yeah.
Because they
Yeah, I know what
they
happened
played the
last night.
Bucks
I
last.
watched the damn game. Fucking kicker.
It's Skip Bayless said he thinks the Bucks are gonna go undefeated this year.
Shit. How you gonna kick a 60-yarder and miss an extra point? Yeah, man, that's my squad. But yeah, man, I'll be walking around here heartbroken, man. You know what I'm saying? I think I got a free pass into heaven when I get there. You're like, oh, you a Cowboys fan? Just let him through. You've been doing enough shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll be disappointed, man. I'll be a hardcore disappointment. But you know, but I'm a hardcore fan, but I've heard some. I had a neighbor who was a Cowboys fan, and I heard him crying when they lost the game. He was from Texas. He was crying, man. I was like, not that much. I ain't that much of a fan. That's how I would know if I was working, if we won or lost, because I'd either hear this grown ass man crying or jumping up and down. so that was my telltale sign. This dude would be like literally like, "Arr!" I was like, what the fuck is going on? He was like, the Cowboys lost. I didn't even tell him I was a fan because I didn't want him to bother me. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with this dude. This dude, yeah, some people like that though. I mean, shit, crying. Like, damn, never.
Yeah. Same here. Like when I heard people talking about that they was crying when water loss, I was like, all right, y'all in this shit too deep. Like, like, like I'm not a Wilder fan, but my favorite boxers they lose from time to time.
Yeah.
But that See, that's them people with the we mentality though, because they feel like if their guy lost, they feel like they lost. It's like nah, they whatever they're. I like AJ and I like Crawford and I like Pacquiao, and there's a bunch of boxers that I like. But whatever they accomplish, that's their accomplishment. So I'm just there to witness
Right.
greatness. And if they lose, well then that's their loss. I don't need to go make excuses for why another man lost.
Yeah, what's funny? The only time I ever was at loss for words, because usually, you know what I'm saying, I'm not at a loss for words, was when fucking Sergio Martinez knocked out Paul Williams. I was like, everyone was like, damn, did you see that? I ain't say shit. I was like, damn. I was like, holy shit. I got up, got some air, came back in, was like, that shit was crazy. I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, that's crazy, man. That was it. That was the only time, man. I was like, holy fuck. Nobody seen that coming. Especially Paul Williams. I was like, holy shit. That was one of the most epic knockouts I've ever seen, too. I was like, damn. You know what I mean? Because I just like the way Paul Williams, that he wanted to smoke with all the guys, and he was jumping around in weight divisions to get that smoke. Because I remember him. They kept trying to force, and he got the shit under the stick all the time. Wouldn't get the big name fights, wouldn't get the big name fighters. He got in there with Margarito before any of the other guys did, and beat him, took his title. Then got pushed up. They were talking about pushing him up to 160 to fight. Damn, what was his name? Uh, the white dude that was knocking Kelly Pavlik. It got
Oh yeah.
postponed like 2 or 3 times, and then he fought Sergio, and then Sergio got the shot instead of him, but he supposedly beat him in the first fight, close fight, and Sergio got the shot at Kelly Pavlik, and then came back and iced fucking Paul Williams. I was like, whew. Shout out to Sergio Martinez. You heard anything about his comeback?
Sergio Martinez?
Yeah.
No. I didn't know he was coming back because last time I saw him in the ring, he was basically Lieutenant Dan. He had no legs.
yeah, Toby. yeah. That Cotto fight was bad. But I guess he's ranked. I forgot in what sanctioned body, but he's ranked in like the top 10 somehow, which is
That
pretty
don't make
crazy.
no sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird, man. Just the name, I guess. See, so that's how these sanctioned bodies be moving. LeBron said he was fucked up when Roy got beat for the first time. Oh yeah, by Tarver. I called that one. I thought he lost the first one. I was with my cousins. They was fucked up too. I was with my cousins. They were like devastated. And I kind of rubbed it in. I was like, he's doing push-ups. I was like, he's smiling. Yeah, because I was like, at that point in time, Roy had jumped up in weight, but prior to jumping up, he wasn't fighting like top-notch competition. And I was like, this dude is the real deal. You know what I'm saying? And I thought Tarver won the first fight, and then when he came out and was like, "You got any excuses tonight, Roy?" I was like, shh, and then iced him. Hey, you can't take that away from Tarver. That shit was epic. I was like, that was his moment, man. He had his little moment, But Roy was probably the most talented fighter I've ever seen, no doubt about it. And Jordan said, "I cried." Oh yeah, because Pensacola. He's Florida native. That's right. But so was Tarver. Tarver's from Florida
Yep.
also, right? So
He's
yeah.
from what I understand, he's from Tampa.
Yeah, so they were arch nemesis in the amateurs, I believe. Yeah. He said I held it back. Yup. He said he iced him before the Pavlik fight. Is that true? Oh, damn. That's funny. Huh. I have to look that up. Maybe you're right. You know, maybe he did. Maybe he did ice him before the fight. But I know he got the title fight. But he was supposed. But I do know that Paul Williams was supposed to fight Pavlik like 3 times. I have to look that up. You know what? I don't know. I don't like being wrong. So let me look this shit up real quick. But I can accept it, but not without a fight. So I'm gonna look that shit up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's look this shit up. You may be right though. I ain't gonna knock
You're gonna be like Stevenson. I don't like losing.
you. Right. Right. I don't like losing. It's a 41-2. It's pretty good. So it says Sergio. He fought Sergio after he beat Winky Wright, Verno Phillips, and then he fought Kermit Cintron, then Sergio again, then Laura, which I thought he got whitewashed in the Laura fight. But let's see. He fought Sergio 2010, 11-20. Sergio fought, let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Where are we at? Paul Williams, Kelly Pavlik. No, he didn't. He fought Kelly Pavlik first. I was correct. So he got the shot at Kelly Pavlik, but lost to Paul Williams. So, yeah, he lost to Paul Williams in the first fight, and then got the Kelly Pavlik fight off a loss, and then got the UD over Kelly Pavlik, and then gave Paul Williams his rematch. So yes, I am correct. You stand corrected, Mr. Ramos. And I'm gonna ride with that. That's a fact. That's an actual fact. Shout out to actual facts. Says Martinez iced Williams before the Pavlik fight. No, he did not. He lost. Yeah. But yeah, he did lose to Margarito early in his career, which also was questionable. You know, he got stopped, but that brings into question, you know, how Margarito was winning in fights, and that's what I mean. Like, if he won that shit fair and square, you know what I mean? He took that away from himself. You know what I mean? So why tag that shit to you? You know, like, I just don't feel like it's not a good look, man. It's a bad look, because then you question everything. You know what I mean? He got stronger in the he also got stronger in the fight with Paul Williams in the later rounds, and then Paul Williams turned it up in the last round. But if you noticed in that fight too, the Paul Williams Margarito fight, Paul Williams had head movement, was ducking shots. I never understood that. He'd fight a guy 5'6", 5'7", and duck his shot, and I'm like, you could have just stepped back, bro. It's like, that's a long ass duck. Like, you gotta get way low to duck shots. But he had better head movement and foot movement at that point in his career. And after that fight, he didn't move around as much. He just came forward. So I don't know, man. That raises questions, you know. Raises plenty of questions. No, he never fought Pavlik because it was postponed 3 times. I remember having this debate with back in the days when it was going down, was with I'm trying to think of the dude's name. Sometimes he'd be with, like, I see him sometimes on I think Black and Brown's channel. I've seen him. He's been in the game for a while. I forgot what his name is. Mexican kid. But me and him were going back and forth, and he was telling me where I get my sources from. And I was like, he was like, show me the source. And I was like, look that shit up yourself, man. Only take Google that shit. Because he went to fight Kelly Pavlik for the middleweight, because I felt like they were pushing Williams out of the division at that point in time, out of the welterweight division. And I believe he was champ at the time too at 147, and they were trying to set him up to fight at 160 against Kelly Pavlik. Kelly Pavlik said he hurt his hand, so it was postponed. Then the medication he took for his hand, he had an allergic reaction to, so they postponed it again. Then they postponed it a third time, and then he wound up fighting Sergio Martinez instead.
So
and Paul
1-2
Williams,
Kid.
what's up, bro?
I was gonna say, so back in those days when he was debating that, you was using that. I guess Deontay Wilder stole that line from you. Don't we all believe in Google?
Yeah, I was debating it, but I don't think the panels weren't open like that back then, and so I was doing it from the chat, and I'm not sure the amount of content.
Was it D style?
Yeah, it was D style, and he was
Okay.
telling me that I didn't know what I was talking about, and he didn't know who I was, and this, that, and the other, and at that point in time, I mean, he cool, but yeah, we had got into it, and I was like, yeah, this happened. Like this really happened. Like you just you're not keeping it 100, or you don't know. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I don't know. You're making shit up. And I was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. That's the route you want to go. You want to look into it. But that's what I mean by I knew about these things then. So I was like, this dude getting pushed out the division, and then he was also after he beat Margarito fought Cotto, and I'm like, why? Why wasn't that Paul Williams and Cotto? Because Margarito no longer had the championship. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, shit, could you imagine that fight? Fuck. And then you know what? It would have probably both of their careers probably would have went more better because they wouldn't have been in there with Margarito. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have took nothing out of their careers, you know. If that in fact was true, that he was still, you know, loading his gloves and shit. So that could have changed the game. And that's what ducking gets you. Bad business. Yeah. So just a little history lesson.
And those who don't study history are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Nah, but he didn't fight him, but they were supposed to fight. I remember seeing the press conference and all that shit. Yeah, they were standing together and they were the same size. Or I think Paul Williams was a little taller than Pavlik, which was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Moving up in weight, and he taller than the next man. I don't know how he made weight, but I guess it was natural for him because his performances at 147 were better than his performances at 160. So that was actually his weight class. So, yeah, that's how I go by your performance. So if you can perform at this level, at this weight, like, damn, 147 though? Who's that one kid, the Mexican kid that's like fucking 6'6" or whatever? You know who I'm talking about? Is he fight at 154? What weight does he fight at? He's nice though.
Yeah, I think he fights at 154.
Yo, he's a heavy hitter too, man.
I ain't never seen him fight. I just saw a picture of him at a weight, like a face-off or a weigh.
He can fight, bro. He can fight.
He's like way bigger.
You talk about a dude who can use his advantages. Like even when he hooking off on the inside, like he getting full extension on them long ass shots. Like he got some pop too. I'm like, he's interesting, man. Very interesting fighter, man. Because I'm like this dude, and he balls to the wall too. I can't think of his name. My bad.
Yeah, to put that in perspective, he's an inch taller than he's an inch taller and he's an inch taller than Anthony Joshua. He's an inch shorter than Deontay Wilder.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Yeah, and when you seen him fight, then we seen that short dude fight too. But he's tough. I think he just fought again recently too. He lost. Can't think of his name either. But fun fighters, man. Entertaining fighters. You know what I mean? And I'm not helping by not remembering their names but when I see their faces, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yeah, that guy. 6'6", 154. He's good.
Hey, but it happens 1-2 Kid. One day for the life of me, I could not remember Larry Holmes' name. Larry Holmes.
What'd you say, Red?
Now I was saying that happens to all of us though. Like one day, for the life of me, I could not remember Larry Holmes' name. It's talking about an all-time great. So it happens. It's just
Quindio Largo.
sometimes we have those brain farts.
Yeah. His sister fights like for too. No shit. Damn. So what's in the family? Tough as shit too. Tough as shit. Like Trey and the dudes that get in there with him are somewhat crazy. I know in his last fight, dude was sitting there trading with him. I think he eventually got stopped, but it was a hell of an exciting fight, man. I enjoyed it. Like, and it looked so ridiculous because dude was just like, they were both just throwing big shots and shit. You know, some real ridiculous shit I just seen recently. Me and my son caught that shit last night. It was a replay like on YouTube. Was they got like 3-on-3 octagon fights? Did y'all see
Oh,
this
really?
shit? Yeah. Like, look for that shit. Yo, and there's 3 dudes, and they just be like jumping motherfuckers and shit. I was like, yo. But I guess the rule is once one dude goes down, the fight's over. Like, they just stop because they can't have the 3-on-2. You know, but I was like, that's wild, man. That's wild as fuck.
1-2. Quick question. You brought that up, and for whatever reason, it reminded me of this. Have you seen that video? It's called "The Most Sus Wrestler in History" or something. It's something like that.
Yes, I think I seen it. Was it in the Google chat?
And
That shit, yeah.
I might have
tried to
shared
catch
it.
the shit. Yo, that shit is ridiculous, man.
This dude is literally a clown.
Yeah, yeah,
In
that shit
the
is
in the
so
shit that
bad.
that's not even the worst part.
Yeah, the shit that he does. I was like, damn, I used to think that Yokozuna dude, I thought that shit was suspect as fuck. When he just sit
Nah,
on people's faces and shit. Yo, this
this
dude.
clown got him beat by this clown make him look like like Don Juan, you know?
Yeah, yeah, man. Make that dude look respectable. I was like, this fucked up, man. Yeah, I had that one video too that I was doing. I was doing one, suspect boxers and shit. And when I finished it and I was done with it, you know, you put your edit in, you do it real well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you do it, you know your work. After I done watch the shit, I was like, I'm not putting this shit out. I was like, yeah, man. I was like, nah, I can't do that shit. And I was like, should I do this? It's funny, right? He was like, it's funny, but I wouldn't put that shit out, Pops. It's like, yeah, okay. I'll hold on to it then. I guess you know what I mean. But yeah, man, I couldn't believe how many clips I was finding. But then, you know, when I was done making the video, I was like, damn, man, I feel like I gotta take a shower, man. Like, I was like, this shit is bad, man.
Yeah. That's one thing. Like, boxing is definitely not void of characters.
Yeah.
You know? And
damn, LeBron said they got a 5-on-5 too. Damn.
That's crazy.
It is. I know they in Russia they be doing that shit where they just put like 20 motherfuckers or 50 motherfuckers and another 50 motherfuckers and they just get together, clash, and just start fighting. Like the Vikings and shit, but just with their fists. I'm like, why? Like, but I'm gonna watch this though. I'm like, why are they doing this? But at the same time, like, interesting. Dude's getting slept left and right, and it's like, oh shit. You bouncing around trying to find who get the worst knockout on the screen and shit. But there's so many of them, it's like, oh shit, knockout heaven. It's like shit, it's crazy. He said I hated him for that. Hated who?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Jordan said town versus town.
Yeah, town versus town, man. I've seen shit like that too. I've seen lacrosse games like that, man. Like on reservations, when reservations have lacrosse games and the tribes is, you know, from different, you know what I mean, areas. and they start fighting on the field, them motherfuckers, yo, it's like how it is in countries when they soccer games be going, because they play box lacrosse. It's way tougher than regular lacrosse. Like it's way tougher, man. It's more like gritty, and yo, the families and shit just be jumping, and they just be meeting on the field. They be getting it, man. Yeah, it's some real shit. I'm like, oh shit. And my son used to play that shit. He actually just went to Cali to try out for a semi-pro team.
And lacrosse?
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good at lacrosse because there's a city school they know to pick up all the players from the reservation because they be going undefeated and shit. But when the reservations play, that's when you see you know what I'm saying? That's when you see the real shit pop. You know what I mean? Like when you see like the most talented players play, because they'll have like 3 on a city team, but they got the whole team together. You know what I'm saying? All stars, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, because that's what they do, man. They get up with a lacrosse stick and just start getting it in. Tough shit. They be warming up in the motherfucking locker rooms fighting with helmets and gloves on and shit. That's how they warm up. Like serious sport, man. Box lacrosse is for real. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Town versus town, yeah. Still up. But yeah, man, shit. I think I'm about to cut this one, y'all. I think we went long enough. But I appreciate you staying on, Red, man. Thanks a lot, man, for the content.
No
I appreciate
problem.
it, brother, man. And if y'all ain't sub to this dude, y'all sub to him, man. This is one of my favorite channels on YouTube. No doubt about it, man. But you know what I miss, right? You know what series I miss the most? Earn with Hearn, man.
It'll come back. I gotta get my whole editing situation taken care of. Once I do, I'll get back to the editing. It's just I'm having issues with it, but that's a whole nother story. But I guess you've done your duty. You can go home and sleep well.
Sleep well, my friend. Yeah, man.
All right. Thanks for having me, 1-2 kid. Y'all hit that like button.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for swinging through, Red. And everybody else, my job is done here. So sleep well, my friends. And enjoy your day. And remember, stay woke. I'm out. Peace, y'all. Thanks again.